And good afternoon, hello, and welcome everybody. Thank you very much for joining me this afternoon. Today I'm going to be doing a live playthrough of Cloudspire. I am joined today by Mr. Ricky Royal himself. Say hello, Ricky.
Hello, Paul. Hi, thank you for having me.
Oh, no, it's a pleasure. Now, me and Ricky go way back for those people that follow both of our channels on YouTube. So Ricky started off doing, well, Mage Knight was one of the first tutorial videos that you did, is that right?
It was, yeah, and I think that's probably how I was thinking this morning, how did I meet Paul? And you know what? I couldn't remember, but now you said that, probably
yeah,
Mage, isn't it?
Definitely through Mage Knight, because as people know, I was quite involved in the board game and everything else, and then Ricky did the tutorials, and yeah, I mean that's going back a while now, isn't it?
It is, yeah. And I think you invited me to a charity event in Exeter University, and that's when we met. And do you know what, Paul? We've not played a game together. Every time we've gotten together, you're always teaching someone, you're always teaching a group, and and I'm always
not.
No,
wow. In all of these years,
There we go.
But
a great
we're
week.
going to today. We are going to today. Right, okay, so the YouTube chat is working. Thank you very much for everybody in. Charlie's asking me, am I wearing blush? No, it's not Charlie, it's Gnome. I got my glasses on, I can't quite see. Am I wearing blush? No, I'm not. It's just been a blustering morning and the colour settings are set a bit high. I'm just going to get the YouTube, the Facebook chat working. Bear with us a minute. Just need to click on a button. And that is working as well. So if you're watching this on Facebook, you can pop a message in there. But yeah, thank you to everybody for joining me on YouTube. So what today is going to be, basically to celebrate the fact that Cloudspire has gone back onto Kickstarter because there's a new expansion set available. So if you like the game and you enjoy the game, but you want to look for the new content, that it's on Kickstarter right now for that. Or if you've just heard me and Ricky talking about it for the last 6 months and think, oh, I fancy checking that out myself, then you can actually go on Kickstarter and get the base game as well. So because this video is being done during the Kickstarter campaign, this is a sponsored video. Thank you very much to Chip Theory Games for sponsoring this video. We're going to be covering one of the two new factions. So this is a prototype that we're going to be doing today, but Ricky is going to be playing. Now, what's the faction you're playing, Ricky?
Horizon's Wrath.
Horizon's Wrath, which I have printed out the prototype of it. So yeah, this is a prototype, not finished. It's basically, it looks like a pirate ship.
Yes, this is like an airship that can move around the board. Once per game, you can move this ship. They're kind of like the pirates of Ankar, if you like.
Okay. Now, I haven't read the rules for this, so it's all going to come as a surprise to me as well as you watching. And what you're saying, Ricky, is this actual fortress, it can move once per game?
Yeah, and I thought I'd probably move it to mess up your wonderful presentation as much.
I spent an hour getting this ready this morning. Ricky's going to move it all around. Right, yes.
For game thing, Paul.
So Ricky's playing Horizon's Wrath, which is one of the new factions, which is released and is going to come out as part of the expansion set. And as I mentioned, I don't know how that works. So the way that today's going to go is I'm not going to do a full tutorial first. What's going to happen is we're actually going to start playing, but for the first round at least, I am going to talk you through all of the steps in a round for anybody watching who doesn't know how to play the game. So you're going to get a tutorial as we go along. I will explain my faction's abilities when they happen, because I can. And when Ricky plays his new things out on the board, Ricky's going to actually teach me what they do, because I don't actually know myself. Okay, we are also joined today well, you can't see him on screen, but he is on our Skype call. Mark, all the way over in America. Thank you very much, Mark, for joining us.
Hello, friends.
Now,
so I'm just here to say, actually, and ruin the game for everybody and tell them they're playing it wrong.
Well, no, as somebody who has a lot of OCD about things have to be done right, having you here to interrupt me in my ear when we do something wrong is going to be very valuable. So thank you for giving up your early morning. Mark's all the way over in America.
I'm just going to say one thing real fast, is because I know this is probably going to come up. The Horizon's Wrath Fortress can only move one aisle when it moves.
Oh, right.
Not anywhere on the map.
Okay.
So, cool.
So we can move to
anyway,
over there.
I'm going to go back to...
Or over
I'm going to
here.
go back on the mute.
Excellent. Right, yeah. So Mark is basically a rules expert on the game. I've also played a game against Mark online, which was a fantastic game, because one of the things with this game is, I mean, I think this is my 14th or 15th game, and I'm still scratching the surface. I know the rules now, Mark is going to interrupt me if I get something wrong, but actually playing the game tactically well and understanding how each faction works. And when I played against Mark, I got absolutely destroyed because he knew exactly what to do with the faction that he was playing. And that was a fantastic game, and it did, for me, open up a world of, oh right, if you play this game quite a bit and get to know it, then yeah, the amount of tactical opportunities you've got in this game are quite immense. Right, okay, we're going to make a start. So yes, thank you very much for everybody joining in the chat. I can just about see the comments, but I don't have varifocals. I have £1.50 reading glasses from Aldi, so I can't quite see that. Anyway, Cloudspire, for those people who don't know, is a tower defense board game. It is for 1 to 4 players. There's a massive solo. If you're just getting this game for solo mode, I think it's still worth it because there's so much solo content in there. You can play it 2, 3 or 4 players. There's cooperative mode. The one we're going to be playing today is the very basic 1 versus 1. It's going to be me playing the Brawnen against Ricky playing Horizon's Wrath. And the objective is to destroy your opponent's fortress. So this is Ricky's fortress here. It has 10 health. The actual game comes with little dials, but I found that they didn't show up that well on the camera. So I'm using these premium health chips to represent the health of the fortress. If I get all of that fortress down to 0 health, I win the game immediately. Conversely, if Ricky gets this down to 0 health, he wins the game immediately. Alternatively, the game lasts for 4 waves. If at the end of 4 waves, neither of us have defeated our opponent's fortress, we count up the points, which is basically 1 point for every health remaining on your fortress, plus 1 point for every fortress upgrade you have had. And of the games that I've played, some of them have gone to the 4 waves, and then it's been on points, and some of them have actually been won right near the end. Except when I played against Mark, who crushed me on round 2, I think. So, let's crack on with wave 1. Now, wave 1, we're going to follow through the turn sequence. Every wave follows a series of phases, which you can see here on the back of the rulebook. The first phase of the game is, or the first phase of a wave is the event phase, but you actually skip that in round 1. Oh, we need to do setup. Sorry, I haven't finished the setup. There we go. So, landscape tiles. There are some landscape tiles with swamps on. What you do is you shuffle them, and you put one of them on the space nearest each player. So we're going to put that one there, and that one there. And then what you do is you take the rest of the landscape tiles, and you give them all a really good shuffle together. I'm actually just going to mix them a little bit off camera and kind of pick randomly. And then I'm going to put these on every source well on the board. So you might notice some of the locations on the board are source wells. That starts the game with a landmark token, and it's where you can build your spires during the game. The other bit that we did off camera is we've actually set the board up. It isn't a fixed setup every game. What happens is the middle one is fixed, and then players will reveal, these are all face down, and then players will basically reveal one, flip it over, and choose where to attach their fortress. We did that off camera this morning, just so that I could get the camera angles right. Missing one on here. But yeah, every game will play out differently, even with the same 2 factions, because of the layout of the board. Done that, done that, done that, done that. Right, okay, that's the landscape setup. The other thing is the market. Now, I've gone and put the market as far away from me as possible, which is probably a silly idea. But let's get some market tiles out. And then we reveal the earthscape as well. Right, so there is the market. Now, Ricky's recreating the board at his end. So I'm just going to zoom in on that so you can see what we've got. We have, in the market, there you go. So we've got Slingshot, which is a mercenary spire. We've also got Convict, which is a mercenary minion. And we've got the Bunker, which is also a mercenary spire. And the earthscape that's available is the one with the path, the mountain with the source, and the foresty mountain.
Okay, that's what is that?
It's a Portal Seekers.
It's from Portal Seekers. Okay,
Yeah.
I have got some of the Portal Seekers ones mixed in. So thank you very much. We'll reveal that. It's that one instead.
Okay,
There you go.
Lakey source, okay.
Lake source, forest, and then mountain.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
And now I'm just going to replicate your landmarks.
Yep. Can you see okay on the... what I'm doing is I'm actually sharing my screen with Ricky, so they're getting the live feed, whereas the YouTube feed is like 20 seconds late, or 20 seconds delayed. So I'll just let Ricky recreate that at his end while I make the YouTube chat a little bit bigger, because I can't read it. There we go, now I can read it. Matt's here, Chris is here, and Thomas is here. Hi, thank you very much for joining in. Right, let me know when you're ready, Ricky.
I think I messed up that one. There we go.
In fact, I can be explaining what happens while Ricky's doing that. So,
go ahead.
Phases. First phase is the event phase, but in wave 1, you skip the event phase. So there you go, nice and easy. The next phase is the income phase. Now in wave 1, we both get 5 source as income. Now again, the game doesn't come with these little gems, but I'm using them just so that they're easier to see on camera. The game comes with these dials, and you put these dials in the hole and you turn it round to indicate how much source you've got. So we both get 5 source as income. There are 2 currencies in this game. Source is one of them, which is what's used for buying things from the market, and also for buying your spires, which we're going to put on the board later on. And the other type of currency is command points, and you use command points to buy your actual units. Source is saved over from one round to the next. So we've got 5. If we don't spend it, we keep it. But generally speaking, we're probably going to spend it. So we now go into the market phase. In the market phase, each of us in turn order, and we decided randomly that I was the start player, gets to buy one thing from the market. You can either buy one of the 3 chips that are available, or you can buy the Earthscape that's on top. And it's me first, so I'm having a look at what I want to purchase and the cost. So the slingshot is 2, the convict is 3, the bunker is 3. Oh, the other thing you can do with your source is upgrade your fortress. So this is what you need to do when you're playing the game. You need to actually look ahead at your fortress upgrade and see how much you want to spend. And I think I'm going to be buying... So, yeah, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to do something that I've never done before. I know which one of these I want to buy, so I need to make sure that I've got enough source left. Now, Mark, do you have many... Not Mark, Ricky, do you have many flying units?
Good question.
Just looking, I can't see many.
I don't think I
No, okay.
Oh, I do. I have glider. I have 1 glider.
You got 1. Yeah, it's not much though, is it?
No.
But you might have that. Because of what I'm looking at, his slingshot has got air defense. And the Brawnen traditionally don't start off with much defense against flying creatures.
Before you make decisions, you might want to reveal the event as well, because it might influence what you choose.
There's no event in phase 1.
Oh, sorry. Yep. Okay. Yep. Skip.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to buy this mercenary spire. So when you buy something from the market, you just put it next to your barracks. That costs me 2 source, and it gets replaced immediately. And it's been replaced by Nomad, which is another mercenary minion.
You bought which one did you buy? Slingshot?
I bought the slingshot.
Okay, and we replaced it with a nomad.
Replaced it with a nomad.
Sticky.
Because if I hadn't have done that, and you'd have bought the glider, I wouldn't have had much defense against it. So I've bought that as a sort of defensive measure. One thing that's really nice about this game, just from my limited experience of playing it, is when you play a faction, the core rules of the game are the same, but the way that you play that faction, the choices that you make and the tactics that you employ when playing that faction are very different from the other factions. But more importantly than that, they will be different depending on which faction you're playing against. Now, this is my first game against Horizon's Wrath, and I actually don't know what they can do. But having played the Brawnen against the Grove Tenders, the Heirs, and the Neuroran, you would employ different strategies in each game you play because of the special powers of the other factions, effectively. Right, Ricky, would you like to buy something from the market or not?
No, nothing for me. We're good.
Okay, purely optional, but the market phase is 1 purchase each. It doesn't keep going round backwards and forwards. Now, they've released a set of errata recently. We're going to be using that because they are official rules changes to the game, and that is that at the start of the next market phase, that market is going to clear, and we're going to get all new stuff.
Yeah.
Right, so that is the market phase done. We now go into what's called the build phase, and in the build phase, we each get to take turns doing build actions, and this keeps going and going until we both pass. The different things that you can do, you can construct a spire, you can upgrade your fortress, or you can place an earthscape if you bought an earthscape, and you can upgrade spires if you have spires. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to upgrade my fortress. I'm going to spend my 3 source that I have, and I'm going to upgrade, and I'm going to buy the upgrade gate port, which I've never bought before. So I'm doing something different. So I'm just going to show this to the camera here. These are all of the Braunan's fortress advancements with how much they cost, and they're divided into categories. And I've decided to buy gate port, which basically gives me an advantage in the market next round. So after the last player has taken a turn in the market phase, I can buy something. So I basically get 2 market purchases from now on. Right. Ricky, your build action.
Yep. Just one thing to point out about Horizons Wrath. On your fortress, you've got 2 gate ports where you, source wells where you can build spires. We don't have any here on this airship, so I can't build spires until I've cleared a landmark.
So thematically that works.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is very different. So yeah, what Ricky's saying is that on my fortress, I could actually build a spire here as a defensive measure. And on the Horizons Wrath, they don't exist. What you do have is you've got these big cannons though.
I do. I have these big cannons. So there's a whole bunch of gun deck improvements on my fortress, and that's can't use my guns until we upgrade those. But for now, I'm going to upgrade my hold. So it's hold level 1. It's going to cost 3 source.
So hold level 1 costs you 3 source.
Yeah,
and this means because this is a prototype, I've no holds. I just have to put them like that. Right. So what does hold level 1 do?
So one of my units is a swabby. And it will now be deployed on its, if I wish, on its promoted side.
Its promoted side. Okay, nice. And the swabbies, these cost 0 command points.
They do, and they have this unfortunate ability called Slap, which means they attack and retaliate for 0 damage. They can't actually hit you. So a lot of the Horizons, the Spires and the swabby, they're really only there to move things about the board. They're like little transport units. So I'm getting an impression that my aim might be to be as mobile as possible.
Right.
Who knows?
Cool. Right, now it's back to me for another build action. I don't have any source left, so I pass. Ricky?
I've got 2 source left, and I'm going to save it because one of the downsides of the swabby is that when it's defeated, it'll only go back to your barracks if you spend 2 source. So I'm going to keep 2 source.
Right, okay. So we've both passed consecutively. That is the end of the build phase. We now go into the all-important prep phase. So in the prep phase, if this was more than 2 players, we would declare our mark. So if this was a 4-player game, we would decide at this point which of the other players is going to be our mark for the whole of that wave. And the reason for declaring your mark is, as mentioned at the start, this is a tower defense style game. Your minions, you don't have full control over their movement. They will basically advance towards where your mark is. In a 1v1 game, we don't need to do that because our mark is the opponent's fortress. The next thing is we get command points. Now, I mentioned that there were 2 currencies in the game. Source is one of them. Command points is the other one, but there is no physical counter to represent command points. You basically get them, and if you don't spend them all, any excess are gone. In Wave 1, both players get 5 command points, and we use the command points for buying things from our barracks. Okay, so there are lots and lots of things in our barracks, and we both do this secretly, I believe. So Ricky's going to decide how to spend his 5 command points, and I'm going to choose how to spend mine. We also start the game with a hero. So you get first mate Mr. Bane. That is your starting hero. And the rules have changed for the Braunan. The Braunan used to only ever be able to deploy Orsh on the first wave, but now they've changed the rules. I can actually, if I want to, I could deploy Drang instead, but Drang costs 4 command points, and I'm not going to do that because I've only got 5. So I am going to have Orsh, and I'm also going to have, I think I'm going to have that one and that one. Right. Okay, I have spent my 5. Now, Mark, could you just chime in here and remind me of the official rules on who has to declare what and when and in what order?
The first player makes a deployment stack, and the second player is allowed to ask the units being deployed, but the order can be secret.
Okay, right. So they know which units I've bought, but they don't know the order in which they are going to appear in the stack.
Correct.
Okay, and they know that before making their purchasing decisions?
Yes.
Okay, right. So, Ricky, I will tell you, I have got Orsh as my starting hero. I have then got a Battleborn and a Dispatch.
Great.
I'm just going to zoom in just to show people on screen. If you can just see these. Where do I need to hold them up? There you go. They are the 2 units that I've bought. Is it focusing? Is it focusing? It's not focusing. I was kind of hoping that would focus. It's not done it. Never mind.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah. So the units have a command point cost, which is one of the things in there. So yeah, that's what I've bought. 1, 2, 3. I'm just setting these up. And we're using the health chips underneath a unit to denote how much health it's got, so you can easily visually see on the board, which is why I'm not using the top-down camera today, because it wouldn't really work for this game. Okay, right. So I have done my units, and they are stacked. What would you like to buy?
Okay, so I'm having a Swabby.
Yeah. Which costs
0. But you have to pay to keep it rather than to buy it.
Yeah.
A Buccaneer.
Buccaneer costs 3.
And a Glider.
Oh, he is buying the Glider. Right,
Yep.
okay.
And then I've got First Mate Miss Bane as well.
And First Mate Miss Bane. Right. Now, the next big decision that you need to make as a player is how you stack these units on your Fortress Gate. So you'll see here, I've put them in one, they go in one big stack, but you can either choose to group units together or not. And what I've done, as you can see on here, I haven't grouped mine together. So on top is the Battleborn with the 3 health representing the Battleborn. Then underneath that is the Dispatch with its 3 health. And then at the bottom is the hero, Orsh. Your heroes either have to go on the top or at the bottom. They cannot go in the middle of the minions. That's one thing I could have done. The other thing I could have done is I could have actually grouped the 2 units together like that. What that means is that only the top unit is active, which is why it's only got 3 health, but they move together as a group. But only the top unit can do anything. And then once all the health has gone, the top unit disappears and the bottom unit is active. Having played the game a lot solo, well, and multiplayer as well, that decision is actually really important and it can change what actually happens. But for me, for this turn, I'm just going to put them, there's no groups, they are all just stacked individually. Ricky, how would you like to stack yours?
Okay, so I have First Mate Miss Bane on the top.
Yeah.
And then Buccaneer next.
Buccaneer next, yeah. On its own?
Yeah, on its own. And then and then I have Swabby promoted.
Yeah.
And that's going to be grouped with a Glider.
Grouped with a Glider. Right, now the rules about grouping are the unit that it is grouped with cannot have a lower speed, because otherwise that would be cheating, because you'd end up then moving a lower speed unit around. And that is fine. Now, unfortunately, I have used the normal health chips to stick the prototype stickers on. What that means is it's actually a little bit difficult to tell which is a unit and which is health. But there we go. We'll manage.
Perfect.
We'll manage.
You place them there in the middle of my ship on the hold, right there on the deck. That place in front of us is called the plank, and that acts just like a pathway step. So I can move onto it, and you can move onto it. But you've got to be a little bit careful. If you do move onto it, I have a special move that lets me pull the plank.
Pull the plank, yeah.
the plank. It's not a euphemism, and anything standing there will be defeated.
Wow.
Okay, but it is an upgrade on my fortress. I can't do it yet.
So you haven't got that. But as soon as you've got that, that makes it very difficult for me to actually get to your... So your fortress gate is here, where your big stack of units is that right?
That's right, yeah.
Okay. So I need ranged units to really get you, because otherwise you'll
range on it.
Yeah.
Now, the cost of pulling the plank is 6 swords, so it's quite costly.
Oh, right, 6. Wow.
You can also pull the plank when you move your fortress.
Yeah. So we have this one strategic maneuver I can do a game. I have to lift the plank in order to move the ship, and yeah.
Right. Nice. Okay, so we've done our deployment. That is the prep phase done. Now we go into the onslaught phase. Now the onslaught phase is going to last a while, because what happens is we're going to take it in turns in the onslaught phase. Our units are basically going to move towards their opponent, and the onslaught phase carries on with them each taking one turn after another until all of the minions on the board have gone. As soon as all of the minions have gone, the wave ends immediately. Yeah, the heroes can still be alive. It's just when all of the minions have gone. Right, so I'm taking the first turn, and what's going to happen is I'm going to move my Battleborn. Now the rules for moving units are different depending on whether they're heroes or minions. Heroes, you have full control over how they move, up to their limit, and there are terrain restrictions as well. Your minions, however, follow automated rules. You don't have that much control over it. They have to move their full movement, and this one is 2. But I could, if I wanted to, I could move it there and then there, because it's still moved 2 and it's still made progress. As long as it makes some progress, you're okay. But I'm actually going to move it 2. Then we have a dispatch unit behind, which is going to go 1. And then we have Orsh, which is my hero, and he can move through forests. So he moves onto the forest as well. Right, that is the end of my movement. So then, if Ricky had any spires on the board that were in range of my units, they would shoot at me. There isn't any of those. And now I get to explore. So I can now look at, if I want to, these tiles because I'm adjacent to them. And what I'm going to go for is, let's just get that off. There we go. I'm going to have a look at this one first. So when you explore it, you look at it secretly, and you can choose whether to reveal it or not, unless it has a talent called Engage. If it has Engage, I have to reveal it. It doesn't have a talent called Engage, so I'm deciding whether I want to put it on the board or not. And
just so you know, Paul, your hands are on camera. I can't see the chip, but just in
okay,
case
yes, my hands are on camera. Right. Okay. Okay, I think I'm just remembering the rules for minions. Minions have to attack a landmark if they're able to. Is that right, Mark?
Yeah.
Or Ricky?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, right. I think I'm still safe in doing this. I'm going to reveal the Grail Wolves. They've got 5 health. They're really dangerous because they've got this relentless talent. So when you attack them, you could actually completely die from attacking them. Okay, but I am going to put them on the board there. I'm also going to explore this one as well. Right, this is fine. This is Sabissa, which has Toxic Secretion. So that has 4 health. That goes there. Right, so that is my exploration done. I now get to do my attacks. Now my hero, I can choose to attack with that or not. My minions have to attack if able, but I can choose, certainly because of the dispatch. Let's zoom in a little bit so you can see a little bit clearer. There you go. Okay, it's a little bit bright. Let's just try and drop the brightness settings down a bit. There you go. Right, so my dispatch unit actually has a 2 range. So I could choose my dispatch to attack the Grail Wolves, and they will deal 1 damage to the Grail Wolves, and there is no retaliation, because the Grail Wolves don't have range, which means the dispatch unit can attack it and not take any retaliation back. So that's what I was thinking of doing. But actually, this Sabisia has 4 health, and the only way that I can get rid of this turn is actually by focusing all of my minions on it. And the reason I want to get rid of it this turn is because it has toxic secretion. So while this is revealed, this entire area around it is basically full of like toxic poison, and any units that move through it will take damage. So actually, yeah, although this is revealed, I'm just going to have all of these characters attack this one. Now you can choose the order in which you attack, and if it had any attack back, it would retaliate against the first of those. It doesn't. It's literally just a bug that's going to sit there until it is defeated. So I'm going to do the Battleborn first, which deals 1 damage to it, then the Dispatch, which deals 1 damage to it, and then Orsh has an attack value of 1, but Orsh has the talent of Hunter, and what Hunter means is it deals 1 extra damage to landmarks. Then that is the 4 that I've needed to kill it. So that has gone, and the reward for killing it is printed there. It's 4 source. Nice. But more importantly, and the reason why I did it in that order, is that whenever your hero basically defeats something else on the board, which it just has, it can level up. And Orsh can get either an attack upgrade, which will give it 2 attack in future, or it will get a fortification upgrade, which gives it an extra hit point. And I think I'm going to give Orsh an attack upgrade. So that sits there. So Orsh's base attack is now 2. And let's zoom out. Right, okay. That, I think, is the end of my first turn in the Onslaught phase. So, Ricky, over to you.
Okay. All right. Well, first mate Bismain is coming out first.
So you put your hero on top. Now
he's got movement 3.
Yeah, movement 3, and his terrain restrictions are he can move on path and grassland.
Yes.
Okay.
So he's going to move up, and between those two, remember the plank is first, and then he's just keep moving up the path between those 2 landmarks.
Okay, so that's the first mate moved. Then you have the Buccaneer, which has to leave if possible.
Yeah, so he's going 2 spots forward.
Goes 2 spots forward. Doesn't have any special terrain rules, so it can only move on path. And then the Swabby.
It's going to move up onto those plains.
Move up onto the plank.
Onto the plains, onto the grass.
Oh, it can, yes. Swabby can go on the plains as well. Yeah. Okay, right. I don't have any Spires to attack you, so it is now exploration phase.
Yes. So we'll have a look at this swamp first.
Okay. So I'm going to show it to camera, but I'm not going to look. Can you see that?
Hang on. Let me just see if I can see which one that is. Ooh. It's hard to make out, but I'm going to try.
Yeah. I don't know if it's focusing or not because I'm not looking. Let me know if you want to reveal it.
I think I know what it is, and yes, let's reveal. I think it's the Wasps, but I'm not sure.
It is the Grail Wasps.
Yes. Okay.
So they have 2 health, and they are also relentless. So very similar to the Grail Wolves. Whenever you attack them, their retaliation could be infinite. You basically keep rolling dice until you get a critical or you miss. But yeah, they only have 2 health. So, would you like to explore any more?
Yes, we'll have a look at that other one as well.
You're going to have a look at the other one. Right, okay. I'll hold this up to camera.
Okay.
Is it focusing?
I think...
It's not focusing, is it? What can I do to help it focus? I can put it...
I think I know what it is.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to leave that hidden.
Okay, so that's not revealed. Okay. And then you get to do your attacks. So let's have a look at what's going on over here.
Yeah, that's a shame. That didn't quite work out how I was hoping, but because I was kind of hoping that yeah, see, on my Buccaneer here has got 2 attacks, so he can knock out these Grail Wasps right away, but which means my hero doesn't get an upgrade.
You don't get the level up, yeah.
But so I don't want to risk my first mate taking him on. So the first mate has this ability called Swordsmanship.
Yes, what does that do?
So Swordsmanship says when attacking, increase the damage dealt by 1 for each opposing unit adjacent to it. So actually, he would do 2 damage.
He would.
Yeah. So so that's fine.
So the attack is increased by 1 for each opposing unit adjacent to it.
Yeah. So
Okay.
First mate, Miss Bane, kill the Grail Wasps.
Kill the Grail Wasps. You get a reward of 3 source. Oh, Mark's interrupting us.
So there's 1 extra line on Swordsmanship,
Okay.
which is
Oh, he
I don't know
doesn't receive a level up. That's true. He does not receive the level up.
Okay.
You're right. Only if you use
or
the
source.
But, yeah, or the source. Okay, so we're going to not do that then.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Mark. We're going to have the Buccaneer do the damage.
Yeah. So the Buccaneer has actually got Hunter, so it actually deals 3 damage to the Grail Wasps. So they're very dead.
Yeah, very dead.
And you get 3 source.
So I should be up to 5.
You were on 5 source. Yes.
Yes.
Right. So back to me. Now, although we're in the Onslaught phase, there is a thing you can do called a limited build option. And you can do this twice per wave. And you mark it on your stronghold when you've done it. I need to zoom out. There you go. So you mark it on your stronghold to say that you've used a limited build option. And it is a limited build. You can't do everything that you would normally do. You can basically build a spire or upgrade a spire. I think they're the only things you can do with a limited build action. So if I really wanted to, right now, I could put a spire here. Now, bearing in mind, I know that there is a... underneath the swabby, there is a glider, which is flying. And when that comes out, I'm in a little bit of trouble. So, do I want to deploy the slingshot there? I think, you know what? I think I might. Okay. Now, I've already paid for this in the market phase, so it's not actually going to cost me any source to build it. It is going to cost me one of my 2 limited build options. So I'm going to mark that, and I'm going to use these. Now, these are the miniatures. They are an add-on for the game. They don't come painted. This is what I did over Christmas last year. I basically sat there for 3 days, watched TV and painted my spires. So this is the slingshot spire, and it's got 1 attack and 2 range. Now, when I say 2 range, it's not actually 2 range. And this is one of the most confusing parts that I found when I started playing the game. The thing to remember is all spires have a default range of 1. So the fact that it's got 2 range upgrades on it means that it's actually range 3. So that you just, as soon as I played it a few times, it clicked. But when I started playing the game, it took a while for that to click. So that is a spire with 1 attack and actually 3 range, not 2. There you go. That's my limited build option. I can only do 2 limited build options per wave. Okay, so now we go to movement. Now I can choose to move my hero before or after the minions. And in this case, I think I'm going to move it afterwards. So when your minions move, you have to move the leading minion first, which is the one closest to the mark, which is the Battleborn. That moves 2. Then the Dispatch moves 2. 1, 2. And then Orsh is going to move, and he's also going to go 1, 2. Right, that's my movement done. I don't have any. You don't have any spies to attack me. I don't have any exploration, so it now goes to my attacks. Now, it's risky, but I think it's probably worth it because Orsh actually deals 3 damage to this Grail Wolves. So if I attack them with the Battleborn and the Dispatch, that's 2, and then Orsh, that will actually get rid of the Grail Wolves. And the reason I'm saying it's a little risky is because they've got Relentless. So instead of just a fixed amount of retaliation, you basically keep rolling the dice until you get 0 or a critical. So whichever unit I attack it with first might actually just completely die. But I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. So the Battleborn is attacking the Grail Wolves. I deal 1 damage to the Grail Wolves. So that's them gone. Let's just zoom in a bit on what's on the action. Here we go, this is what's happening. So the Battleborn has just attacked the Grail Wolves for 1. And retaliation back is... We're going to use these dice here. Now, these are not normal dice. These are special ones that you use for attacking. So let's see what we get. I mean, we could get nothing. We got 1 damage. So that's 1 off. Well, you counterpull the damage first. And we keep going until we either get a 2 or a blank. So that's 1. Oh. Well, it ends, but that's 3 damage. And 3 damage is what it takes to kill the Battleborn. So the Battleborn are dead. They go back to my barracks. The Dispatch now attacks. Now, a unit can only retaliate once, so it's already retaliated against the first one it could, which means the dispatch can attack it safely, and then Orsh can attack it, and Orsh actually does 3 damage to it. So that is the Grail Wolves dead. Now, the reward for the Grail Wolves is not Source. It's actually a relic. Can you see that? There you go. Relics are special powerful cards, which are actually over here.
You get 2 Source as well, right?
Do I get 2 Source as well? Oh yeah, sorry, there is Source on it. Thank you. Yeah, it's 1 relic and 2 Source. Awesome. There you go. And Orsh is actually going to level up as well, but I'm going to do the relic first. I'm going to give these a shuffle. I'll take a relic card. And I'm going to have a look at it. Now, relic cards are kept secret. Now, Ricky, do you have the Portal Seekers expansion?
Yes.
You do? Right, because this is from Portal Seekers, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Right. Now, Mark, remind me on revealing these. I can keep it secret until I use it?
Yeah. Unless it's ongoing. If it's ongoing, you have to reveal it.
That's
Otherwise,
it.
you can keep it secret.
Okay, I'm going to keep it secret. I'm going to read it again.
Okay. You did show it to me, though, Paul, so I think it's...
Did I?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Accidentally. Never mind. Right. Now, Orsh is going to level up. Now, Orsh is limited. Each hero basically has a number of little pips on it, which you probably can't see on here, but it's down in the thing. There's 1 pip on Orsh. What that means is Orsh can only ever have 1 upgrade, and he's got 1 upgrade. So this time when he levels up, instead of gaining another upgrade, he actually promotes, flips over, and loses all of his upgrades. So he's now better than he was. Okay? He's now got 2 attack by default, and he's got a new ability called Survival, which means if I don't move him or attack with him on a turn, he can actually recover 1 health. There you go. I think that went okay. Ricky, you're up.
Right.
Your second turn.
Thank you. Can I just ask about your slingshot? So it's got...
You can.
What order were your...
I put the attack first, followed by the 2 range.
Attack 2 range.
Attack and then 2 range. Because you can actually put them in whatever order you want, and that makes a difference as well, as you will see later on.
Yeah, it makes sense, right?
Yeah.
That concept. Perfect. Okay. What am I doing now? No idea.
Well, do you want to move first mate Mistbane first?
Yes, he does. He needs to move out of the way anyway, and we're heading down towards that. Yeah. I'm just wondering whether we move towards that landmark and put myself in range of your dispatch.
Yeah. So remember, heroes, you've got full freedom of movement. You can stay where they are, you can move them back, you can do all sorts. The thing with heroes, though, is they never block movement of your minions. So if Ricky was to not move this hero whatsoever, when his minions come to activate, they're going to actually move through, and you actually swap positions. So your heroes cannot block the movement of your own minions.
The other option is that I do a special build.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've got 5 source.
You have 5 source, yeah.
No, I'm going to hold for a minute. I don't need to do it just yet.
Nope.
We'll hold for a minute. All right. So first mate is... All right. He's gonna be displaced by the
Just been joined by a cat. Hello, Loki. Yeah, I'm playing Cloudspire against Ricky.
We're going to move forward.
Mage Knight Ricky. Yeah, you know, the one I've told you about. Yeah.
Thought he recognised him. Yeah, we're going to move forward. I'm going to be bold. And we're going to
How far?
We're going to move forward 3 spaces. And then the...
So the Buccaneer or the Swabby, both of them are equidistant from my Fortress Gate.
Yeah.
So I believe you can choose which one you want to move first.
Buccaneer's coming first.
Okay, and it's got a movement of 2. You have no choice. That has to go like that.
and then Swabby's coming up behind.
Yeah. So it has to use its full movement if it can. So I guess it goes like that.
Yeah. Now we're going to have a look at this landmark in the
This
middle.
one here. Okay. I will try and put it on this so that hopefully it focuses. Can you see that?
Just about. Hold on. I have to yeah.
Got it?
Yes, and it's got this is going well. It's got engage. So.
It has engaged. So if it has engaged, you have to reveal it. Oh gosh. This is one from the expansion. This is one from the Portal Seekers expansion. It's the Altar of Aggression. Nice. So I'm going to have to look at what this does. It has the key, it has the trait, not trait, talent, entropy.
Yeah.
This unit detonates immediately if its health is reduced to exactly 1, defeating itself and dealing 2 damage to all adjacent non-Neuroran units. Okay. So, interesting. It's not worth anything.
No.
So there's no benefit for defeating it, but if you do manage to get it down to 1 health, it blows up.
Yes.
So tactically, oh, that's interesting. Yeah.
It could be it could be a little bit of a make or break for either one of us, really.
It could.
Yes.
Yeah. Are you going to reveal the other landmark that you explored earlier?
No. That's still where it is.
Okay. So any attacks?
No.
You're not gonna take a few bricks off the Altar of Aggression then?
No. Leave that just there for a minute.
Okay. Right. Over to me. So my dispatch moves 1, 2. And Orsh moves. So my dispatch is actually going to get to hit you.
Yes.
Yeah, let's bring Orsh up to here, because Orsh has got a movement of 2 as well. Okay, so your Spires attack me, none of that. Explore, I've nothing to explore. Oh, actually, no, hang on a minute. I think we'll go this way with Orsh, because there's something over here, because Orsh can move through forest. So yeah, I'll go there. And then, yeah, I'm basically going to attack you for 1. And it's at range, which means you can't retaliate. So that's 1 health off first mate Mistbane.
Yeah, the only problem is I believe your minion must attack the altar.
Must it?
It's got
It has engage.
Oh, so it must attack the altar if able. And it is able. Okay, so I don't have a choice. Thank you very much for that.
You're welcome.
There you go. Okay.
So that's kind of acting as a little defense for my hero. So it worked out okay.
It worked out okay. Yeah. Okay. So engage is a bit like sort of taunt.
Yes.
Right. Is your
well,
I'm going to have a read of my
I
special.
guess that means first mate must have also had to have attacked it, right?
That's true, yeah.
Yeah.
Even
Don't help.
heroes. Okay.
Units.
take it.
Heroes are units.
Oh, it's down to 3 health already then, this Altar of Aggression.
Yep.
Okay, so all units, not just minions, must attack it if it's got engage. Okay. If a unit can attack this landmark during its attack stage, it must do so. Yeah, units.
Yeah. Apologies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So.
Just a quick thank you to everybody in the chat. I'm not able to read the chat that much while playing because obviously trying to concentrate on what's going on, but it looks like there's a good discussion going on and Shannon's here as well. And Johannes is here from Board Gaming Ramblings. Thank you very much for joining in. Right then.
Right, I'm just trying to figure out how I can do this.
Yeah. I mean, you play solo a lot, don't you, Ricky?
Yeah, so I this is the thing. I'm happy to sit and analyze for hours.
I was going to say, how long do you spend sitting and analysing?
Well, I tend, if it's Cloudspire, I tend to leave this set up for I don't have a lot of time to sit down at an extended period, so this is kind of a treat for me. So it'll be, play a few turns, go away, come back, and between turns, I can be thinking about what I'm doing. So yeah, it's that kind of. That's one of the joys of solo gaming is you can come back to it and take your time and go at your own pace.
Yeah.
What I like about 2-player is the it's kind of like when I used to play chess. You're up against the clock a little bit because you know, not necessarily just because it's the right thing to do. So you don't want time. But what you do instead is you talk for loads to give yourself loads of thinking time.
Yeah.
Just what I'm doing now.
The other thing, the solo game is also very much, from my experience of playing it, very much like a puzzle game, because you can work out how the AI is going to move. So if you go, right, if I go here, I know it's only going to be able to go there and it's going to be out of range. Whereas in a game against a human opponent, there are certain things which are still unknown. You don't know where their heroes are going to move, for example.
Yeah. So, I mean, my Buccaneer can take that thing out now.
It can.
But... One, two.
And it's probably going to have to.
It will have to, unless... Yeah, it will have to.
Yeah, because it has to move too, and it will have to attack. Yeah, so this altar of aggression is going to blow up. You might want to get your hero out of there.
Which is to move my hero around.
The altar won't explode unless it's at 1 health.
Oh, yes, that's true. Thank you. Yeah,
Yeah,
so if you actually hit it for 3,
yeah.
it will just destroy it. Yeah, it's only if it goes down to exactly 1.
Yes. So I'm going to move my my first mate. Actually, I'm just thinking about build options.
Yep, okay. Because you do have 5 swords.
No, I'm gonna keep it where it is.
Okay.
So first mate's going to move around next to your dispatch, and it's going to move around to the right. Yep.
It can move 1 more if you wanted it to.
No, it's quite happy to
You happy
stand.
there?
And then the Buccaneer is going to move forward 2.
So no choice on that one, and I don't think any choice on this one either.
Yeah, and then the Swabbies move in 2.
Okay, so my Spires would fire if any of them were within range, which they're not. Oh, but if you had have moved that extra 1,
Yeah.
it would have been in range. Yeah, that wasn't me trying to tempt you in.
Sure.
Okay, no exploration. So attacks.
Yes.
In whatever order you want.
Yeah. So, first off, I'm going to hit your dispatch for 2.
So that attacks, using the swordsmanship?
I am, yes.
Yeah, okay. Because it's not going to kill it, so you might as well.
And then
I retaliate back for 1.
Yeah.
So you're down to 2 health.
And then the Buccaneer is going to take out the altar.
The Buccaneer takes out the altar, and that has gone. So yeah, because it was reduced directly from 3 down to 0, it doesn't blow up.
And we are good.
Yeah, my go. Okay, so let's have a look at the situation here. Now, here's the rules about building, and I'm going to talk about something now called influence. At the start of the game, you only start with influence over... Oh, I need to zoom out. You only start with influence over the island tile that is adjacent to your fortress. As soon as you have built a spire on it, you now have influence, or I now have influence, over these 3 island tiles as well. So I could, if I wanted to right now, build on here, which I couldn't have done if I didn't have a spire here. Now, the only spires I can build at the start of the game are the drilling outpost and the dispatch platform, but I can't build the drilling outpost as a limited build action. So I could build the dispatch platform, but I'm just trying to work out if it would die as soon as I build it, because that would be bad. Because your hunter's going to move 2, then it will attack for 2. That will get rid of that. That will then do that. Yeah, I don't think the dispatch platform is going to last long if I build it, so I'm probably not going to do a limited build action. Right, movement. So my dispatch has to move, but it only has to make some progress. So I could actually go here. I believe that is a legal move because I have made progress. I am closer to my mark than I started, and I have moved my full distance. And by moving there, I'm out of retaliation range. So I think that's a legal move. And Orsh is actually just going to move. Orsh is going to move here. And he's going to take a little bit of a risk, I think. Is this going to backfire? We will see. Right. You don't have any spires to attack me. I'm now going to have a look at this one. Oh. Okay. It has engaged. It's the big one. It's the Traxia Roughneck. Oh dear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's got 5 health. Okay, so I have no choice. I have to attack it. Actually, this isn't too bad.
No, it's not.
It's not too bad because I deal 3 damage to it, but it retaliates back for 2. But thankfully, that doesn't kill me. Or she's on 1 health.
And you've got the survival skill as well.
And I have the survival skill. So if the wave goes on, I can just sit there and heal up. And if I attack it next turn, it will go. Yeah. Okay, so yeah. Panic over. And the dispatch is going to deal 1 damage to the Buccaneer. So the Buccaneer is down to 2 health. Whew. Right. That is me done. Over to you, sir.
Okay.
I'll have a quick read of the chat while you're... Oliver's here from Tabletop Games Blog. Hi, Oliver. Thank you for joining in. And Rick's here as well. And Matt's here. And the Hexy Beast is here. Excellent. Thank you for joining in. Adrian's in the Facebook chat saying this looks really interesting. Yeah, interesting is one of the words that I would use to describe this game. I've got many words to describe this game. Interesting is definitely one of them.
Okay.
You have a plan?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I'm going to do a build.
Oh, you're going to do a limited build option. Okay. So we mark your limited build by putting a thing on there. Yep.
So we're going to spend 4 source and build a gunboat.
Right. Okay. So this is new stuff that I've not seen. The gunboat is on the other side of the air clipper. Yep. Okay. So this is a spire. Because obviously the game's not out, the expansion's not out yet, I'm using my Neuroran spires to represent the Horizon's Wrath spires. And there's only one place you can build that, I think, and that is here.
There. And we'll put...
It comes with 2 attack and 2 extra range, in whatever order you want.
Well, I like to be aggressive. We'll put the two range on the bottom and then the 2 attack.
Yeah, okay. Now, it has an ability called, a talent called Directional Attack. So what does that do?
Well, I must choose.
Oh, it's got an arrow on it.
On the front of the gunboat is an arrow. This thing, although it's got ranged attack, it can only attack in the direction of the arrow.
Right, that's why it's so good. Yeah. So there is a little arrow on there.
Yeah.
And which way is it going to point?
Well, it's not going to do a great deal of good here. So it's going to point. So yeah. I was wondering whether it made a difference if I put the range on first. It doesn't really. So we're going to point straight down the map towards your fortress.
Yep. Okay. And it can only attack on that line.
Yes.
Okay.
So as soon as it loses 1 range, it's kind of done, really. So I'm thinking I ought to put that 1 attack on the bottom. So it should go attack, range, attack.
Okay, we're going to move that around.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, I see. Because whenever you attack a spire, and we've not got to that point yet, but you always remove the bottom chip from the stack. So the order in which you put the chips on can be important. Well, is important.
Yes.
Okay.
Right, then...
movement.
Okay. So first Miss Bane is going to move next to your dispatch.
So 1, 2.
Just 2 spaces, yeah.
Yep. Okay, and then the Buccaneer.
The Buccaneer is going to move up alongside First Mate Miss Bane.
So it's going to go this way.
Yeah.
So in which case it's going to go here and it's going to displace like that.
Oh, yeah, good point. Yeah. I don't want to do that.
Okay.
Let's go the other way then. We'll go the other way. You're right.
So
It has to move, yeah, if it's blocked. And then Swabby's going to come up.
Swabby moves 2. So just go through Swabby's abilities. The sacrifice means that if it dies, you have to pay 2 source to get
keep
it back.
Yes.
Okay. What does the slap talent do?
Slap just says it retaliates and attacks for 0.
Okay.
But
And the embolden?
The embolden says if there's a chip underneath when Swabby's defeated,
Yeah.
that chip can move and attack straight away.
Ah, okay.
And it doesn't count as its move and attack for the turn. So potentially it could.
So
The sacrifice is also how they would promote.
Right, okay.
Yeah, sacrifice means I can promote one of my friendly units.
Right,
Or
okay.
indeed one that sits underneath it.
Nice. So Swabby is basically, as you say, it's just something that is grouped with something else to make the other thing better.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, cool. That's interesting.
Okay. So attacks.
Where's Swabby going to go? Is it going to go behind the Buccaneer or next to the First Mate?
Yes. Behind the Buccaneer. Yeah.
Behind the Buccaneer. Right, okay. So, attacks.
I'm not quite sure what to do with Swabby. This is a bit of a learning mystery.
Yeah.
We'll see. But anyway, attacks, obviously my hero wants to defeat the dispatch.
Dispatch is killed. You get 3 source as a reward. And First Mate Mistbane gets to level up. Ding.
Yeah. And I'm going to take an attack.
According to this, it can't have any upgrades.
Oh, no, yeah. No,
Yeah.
So it just promotes.
Just promotes.
Right. You've now gained the talent Pistolier.
Yeah. So Pistolier is kind of like a ranged. It's not a ranged attack.
Okay.
So, like flying and all the rest of it. It's not a ranged attack. It's like a melee attack, but at 3 range.
Okay.
And once I've used that talent, it's 2. Is it 2, Mark? But once I've used it, I have to flip back over, I think. 2 hexes away, yeah.
2 hexes away, but when you've used it, you then depromote.
Yeah, flipping back over.
Depromote? Demote.
That's right.
Words are hard.
And what's fun is if you kill something, then you still level up, so you flip back to your promoted side if you use Pistolier.
Oh, okay.
And kill something.
Right. Nice.
I didn't. Yeah, that's good. Okay.
Okay. So.
I think I'm done.
It's my go. If you hear a cat fight, both cats have just come thundering into the room. Because it's raining today in Devon, which means the cats are stuck inside because they don't want to go outside. They're going a bit crazy. Right. I've got choices here with Orsh. I could take out this Traxxir Roughneck. Or I could go and kill your hero because he's only got 2 health left. Except I can't because there's a mountain range in the way. Ah, curse those mountains.
I did think of that. I'm plodding heavily.
So I think... there is something we've forgotten to do. And Mark's not interrupted us. Your hero is now... He lights a campfire. I believe your hero is going to campfire mode.
He's not.
He is not.
Am I getting the rules for campfire mode wrong again, Mark?
The rules for campfire, basically, if your opponent cannot make a move phase, that's when you don't get the campfire.
It was the rule I was getting wrong for ages, and Mark's told me 3 times now, and it's still not stuck. So once all of my units have gone, the hero will go into campfire mode.
Yes.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So now I need to be careful of yours because the Pistolier allows you to make a melee attack at a range of 2, but it's still only 1 attack. But Orsh he's down to 1 health. So here's right. Okay, so if I
unless you you're standing set next to someone with engage as well, so you either move or you fight.
but if I attack it and defeat it, I'll get to level up, and I will get an upgrade, and I can take an extra hit point. I just don't want to. I don't want to go for this and get all the benefits of this, and then accidentally mess up and get shot by your character. Now, the other thing as well is you don't have to use the Pistolier. The Swordsmanship, if you were to move next to me and use the Swordsmanship, that would be 2 attack. Is that right?
Yes.
It would be 3 because of the Traxxir.
The Traxxir wouldn't be there.
Yeah, I couldn't hit him with the Traxxir there. I'd have to attack the Traxxir.
Okay, I think I can do it. Right, so Orsh is going to move to here. I think. Let me just work this through in my mind. If Orsh moves to here, Orsh is then going to hit the Traxxir Roughneck. It's going to kill it. I'm going to get an upgrade. I can take a fortification upgrade, which gives me an extra hit point. You then can't get me in terms of movement. You can only get to here. You could shoot me, but that's only 1 damage. So I think, unless I've missed something, that's good. The question is, before I do that, do I want to use my second limited build option? Because I have these two that are about to head in to my base and cause me a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to. I am going to use my second limited build option. Remember, you only get 2 per wave. I am going to spend 4 source. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I am going to build a dispatch platform. And I'm going to build it here. Because I'm allowed to, because I have influence over all of this. Now, the dispatch platform has an ability on it called Splash. Which basically means whenever it attacks, it can deal 1 damage to everything adjacent to its target. So yeah, I'm going to build a dispatch platform right in the middle of the board, on the site of the altar of aggression. Okay, then I'm going to move to there. I don't have any exploring. You don't have any spires that can attack me. Spires can't attack each other, by the way, unless they've got a special ability that allows them to do so. Spires basically attack other units. And then Orsh is going to kill the Traxxir Roughneck. So it doesn't retaliate because it's dead. And the reward is, I get another relic. Yeah.
Spire.
No?
You get a spire.
Oh, it's a spire.
You get another spire.
Ah, it's these icons. Right, okay, I get a free spire. Now, does that mean I can build a drilling outpost? I think I can.
No.
No? Oh. No. Because...
Oh, you need to...
Because the mining outpost says it can't be built. Where is it? Mining. Cannot be constructed during the Onslaught phase. Okay, and we are during the Onslaught phase, so I basically get another dispatch platform here, which is not that much use, but I've built it anyway.
I asked the same question. I wanted it so bad.
Okay, so Orsh levels up from that, and I'm going to give Orsh a fortification upgrade, which essentially is tagged onto the bottom and just effectively gives him an extra hit point. Okay, right. That is my go, I believe, done.
Okay.
That's not bad. Achievement achieved. 3 spires on the board during wave 1. Don't think I've ever had that.
So it's good. You didn't fall into the trap. I mean, I wondered if you'd spot that I could go and kill your hero, but you did. So
I did. He's laying traps for me. This is not on.
So we're good.
We are good.
All right. My second build I would have built in the middle. So
you were going to, were you? Okay.
That's a good job you did.
Right.
And that's the only reason I built the gunboat, really, is just to get influence over that middle section. So.
Okay, so your movement.
I'm just thinking. Yeah, that's fine. I'm just wondering whether 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. I can't build another upgrade on here because
yeah, Spires are limited to how many upgrades they can have.
it can take 5.
Oh no, it can take 5.
But it's too expensive.
It would cost you, well, unless you put a fortification upgrade on it, because they always cost 2.
So.
Oh, AJ's popped in the chat. Hi AJ, thank you for joining in. Yeah, I played 2 epic games of this at Handycom back in January, both of which went on a long time but were excellent games. And AJ was one of them. We actually played it. We played a game of this. We played 1 versus 1, but with 4 players. So we were actually playing 2 players per faction, and it was really good. You know, as a teaching game and a learning game for 2 players to work together on what they were going to do. So it is a game that you can do that. You know, you can play with more than 1 person operating a side, as long as obviously they communicate with each other properly and one doesn't take over.
The problem I've got, you see, is my hero's now in range of your dispatch platform.
Yeah. So actually building this here is actually not bad, because it's you can't come here either.
So, yeah, it's not great, is it?
This is one of the most interesting wave 1s I've ever played. Normally wave 1 is a few turns each, and then it's kind of all over and it's just setting up for wave 2. Whereas this one is quite involved.
You should put your attack and range on your spires while you wait.
Oh yes, thank you.
Yeah, you want range on the bottom, obviously.
Attack and range. Yep. There you go.
And the one next to Osh.
Oh, that one. Yeah, I forgot that one as well. Thank you.
That's attack and range as well.
Yep.
Okay, so first mate Miss Bane
Yep.
is going to scuttle off. Well, I could do 1 damage, but so I could do it, but the risk is with only 2 health that we roll that 2.
Yep. Yeah, because the damage dice that you roll for spires, there's 1 blank, there's 1 2, and then there's 4 1s. So combat between units and units is deterministic. It's a fixed number of damage, but whenever your spires attack, there is a slight variable added to the game where you roll the dice.
So, being a gambling man, I am moving 3 spots back towards my fortress, 2 spaces behind the dispatch platform.
1 2 3. Yep.
So my fate is in the hands of the dice.
The dice. Yep.
My
Okay, so now
is be moving forward 2.
Buccaneer has to move first because it's the leading minion, and then the Swabby also moves 2. Okay, so at this point we're going to have something we haven't had yet. This is where the Spires attack. So this spire...
but I'm just thinking I'm gonna move my Swabby onto those. Just once onto that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to be standing next to that platform just yet.
Okay. So this slingshot actually has a range of 3. So that's in range of both of these. The dispatch platform has a range of 2, and it has the splash ability. So although I could use the dispatch platform to hit first mate Miss Bane, I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to take advantage of the splash ability, and I'm going to use the dispatch platform to hit. Ooh, do we do the slingshot first?
Yeah.
I'm going to do the slingshot first.
Yeah, makes sense.
So the slingshot is going to attack the Buccaneer, and it's got 1 attack, which means I'm going to roll 1 dice. And I've got 1. Okay, so 1 health off the Buccaneer. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Dispatch platform to attack the Swabby and use the splash ability. So the Buccaneer will take 1 damage from this. But I'm 1 dice against the Swabby. And I've rolled a 1. So it's 1 off the Swabby, 1 off the Buccaneer. The Buccaneer is dead. And I get 3 sauce as a reward, putting me on 5 sauce. Okay. That is my attacks. Your attacks. Nothing's in range. You could do the first mate if you wanted to.
Does my Pistolier, is that only against units?
I can't answer that question. I don't have the printouts.
I'm checking.
Okay.
It says opposing units.
Okay. So not Spires.
No.
Okay. So no attacks for you then.
No attacks for me. No.
Right. Okay. So my go. I think Orsh is going to stay where he is. Use his survival talent to get a health back. So Orsh is back on 2 health. And that's my go done.
Okay.
Yeah, your go.
Swabby's moving forward.
How far? You want to move the 2?
I want to move the 2.
Yep. And what about first mate Miss Bane?
Yeah, I meant to have left him next to the platform and do an attack on it, and I forgot that Pistolier only works against units. So I don't want to move again. Well, I could do, but no. I'm going to move back to that just 1 space.
Yep.
And I'm going to reveal that landmark.
Okay, because you're now out of range of my dispatch platform. Now you've already explored this, so you know what it is. Is that right?
It should be a fountain.
It's a source geyser. Yes, it is a fountain. Yep. Nice. So basically what that does is it emits this healing source, and any unit adjacent to it at the start of each round, and remember I was the first player, will heal 2 health, and then it disappears at the end of the wave.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's been revealed. We now have Spires attacking. So I have my slingshot, which is attacking you. Yeah, which is here. You can just about see it. So my slingshot attacks you for 1 dice. No splash ability on this one, and I missed. I got the blank. Curses.
It's one time I didn't actually want you to miss.
Oh yeah, because the Swabby can't actually do anything.
No.
Yeah. Okay, so you can't attack me.
Indeed.
Right. Okay.
I can, but I don't do any damage.
So my go. So the start of my turn is the start of the next round, and you heal. So first mate is back on 3 health. Now I think. Oh, so we could sneak out with Orsh. Let's just have a look at what you've got here. So this glider has got flying, range 2, and breakneck. What does breakneck do?
It just means it moves as fast as it can towards your fortress. It'll always take the shortest route, as go as far as it can.
Okay.
That's why I stuck it under the Swabby. I just wanted to slow it down a bit.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Maybe it should have gone down there quickly. I don't know.
So I'm thinking if I don't do anything, your Swabby is going to move forward. But eventually I am going to hit it with the slingshot. And then the glider's going to come out, and the glider's got 2 health. So, yeah. Let's just have a think. Whereas if I move in with Orsh and attack the Swabby, I'll kill the Swabby. And then on your go, I think that's probably safe. I might take a damage on my Fortress Gate, but I think that's okay. So, or she's going to move 1, 2 onto here. So I'm on the source well next to my slingshot. You don't have any spies to attack me, so now I'm going to attack you. So that kills the Swabby. Which means the glider appears. Has 2 health. I get 1 source for killing the Swabby. And then are you going to save the Swabby?
Yeah, so let me just get this right. So when units defeated, I may promote 1 friendly active minion, so I can promote my glider.
Oh, I forgot about that.
It doesn't help. It only gives it more movement.
Oh, okay, right.
But it does also give you just a little bit less source when you kill it.
Right, okay.
Then, yeah, I need to sacrifice 2 source to put my Swabby back in the barracks, which I'll do.
Otherwise, you just don't get it back in the barracks.
Correct. It's out of the game.
Which may not be a problem.
No, but wave 1, you know.
Yeah. Sure.
And now my glider has. I don't know. Can it do this out of turn mark?
Yes, embolden happens now.
And does it have to move?
You can choose not to use embolden, but if you choose to embolden, it has to move and attack.
It has to move. So
You also don't have to promote. So if you wanted to keep it on its not promoted side to use the range on the first side, you can.
Right, but I don't. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I'm with you. So I could keep it ranged and do an attack on Orsh, but no, I'm going to promote him and I'm going to move an attack on your turn.
So that happens now, does it?
Yes, and we are going to move to that. We're going to move to that far corner.
Over here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it matters.
No.
But I'm going to hit your fortress anyway.
Yeah, so my fortress takes 1 damage. There you go. First blood.
And then you should retaliate.
Yeah, whenever a fortress gate is attacked, it retaliates for 1, wherever that attack came from. So the glider is down to 1 health. Okay. And are you paying the 2 source to keep the Swabby?
Yes, I should be down to 2 source, I believe.
You are down to 2 source, yes.
Okay.
Okay. So that was my turn.
Yes.
So now it's your turn.
Yes. So my first action is to move First Mate Miss Bane up towards your dispatch platform and do what I meant to do last time.
Yeah. How far do you want to move it?
It has to go adjacent.
Yes, but you've got 3 movement.
I'm going to stay there.
Okay, yep.
I believe.
Right, so my Spires attack you.
I'm just thinking whether 3 would be better. No, you got all those spires, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just going to stay there.
Okay. So
Spire.
yeah, the slingshot attacks the glider. And I got 2 damage, which I didn't need, but that is now gone. And I get 1 source for that. Pop. Glider goes back to your barracks. And then my dispatch platform attacks First Mate Miss Bane.
Yeah.
And I got 1 damage. Now I should have actually done that one first, because as soon as the glider has gone, the wave ends.
Yes, immediately, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. So I'd have done that one first, and then killed the glider, and as soon as all minions have gone, the wave ends immediately. It does say the current play doesn't finish their turn. So that is the end of wave 1. We're going to remove the source geyser from the board. The fountain is now dry. And we are now going to move to wave 2. Okay, so first player passes. Ricky is now the first player at the start of wave 2. And this time we do have an event. So the event phase is the first thing that happens in each wave, except for wave 1. Now these event cards really mix things up a lot. They can be extremely game changing. I know a couple of people who actually don't play with these event cards just because they They can shift things quite a lot, but they are very interesting. So we're going to get card. It is a food shortage. So in the prep phase, this wave, all units selected start with 1 health. Wow. Yeah, that's quite game changing. Including grouped units when they become active.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah, as I mentioned, these event cards really can change the game. As that one has indeed. Right. All units selected this wave will start with 1 health. That's crazy. Okay, right, that's the event phase done. So now we go to the income phase. Now in the second wave, players get 7 source instead of 5. So Ricky, you are now on 9.
Yeah.
4, 5, 6, 7. And I'm going to take a disc and take 3 off. So I've got 14. I have 14 source. The limit is 20. So yeah, you want to basically make sure you spend it. I'm also going to remove the limited build options from the last wave. Right, that's the income phase done. Next is the market phase, and as I mentioned, they have released some errata and rules changes to the base game recently. So at the start of the market phase, anything left in the market from last time disappears. So
Sorry, what source you on? Sorry, Paul, what source are you on?
I'm on 14.
14?
Yeah.
How did you manage that?
While you weren't looking, I cheated and stole some gems. No, but seriously, I think I just killed lots of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay, so 3 new things in the market. We have the Plague Bringer, the Stave of Anvas, and the Fallen Taproot. Do we also change the Earthscape? I guess we do.
You don't.
You don't. No.
You don't? Okay, right.
The Plague Bringer, Stave of Anvas, and what was it called?
The Fallen Taproot.
Fallen Taproot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that food shortage is definitely going to change this way.
Oh, that's dreadful. That's terrible.
Repair defeated fortress gates. Yeah, if any player had been knocked out at this point, if it was a multiplayer game, there's a way that they can sort of come back in. Right, so market phase. Mark, why do I keep calling you Mark? Ricky, you're up first.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
1 purchase from the market.
Yeah.
And I get 2.
Poison.
Yeah, poison means instead of dealing normal damage, it deals half of the unit's health. Now, when the unit only has 1 health, I'm not sure that's actually going to change much because it's rounded down. Yeah. Yeah, poison is really good against some really big units.
Yeah.
But food shortage is better.
And the Star of Anvas has magic-like missiles.
There is a question in the chat to say that he doesn't think that you are rewarded source for having a spire kill an enemy unit, but I'm pretty sure you do. Because you were responsible for that unit being defeated. Oh, what does the Stave of Anvas do? Oh yeah, it's the one with magic-like missiles. That's come out in quite a lot of the games that I've played. It's very cool.
Oh man.
Hmm.
I think market. I'm gonna say no at the moment. I think
You're going to say no to the market, right? So I actually get to buy 2 things from the market because of my gate port that I've upgraded.
Yes.
Now then.
Well, hang on. I'm just wondering whether I should build a spire. Can I buy it and build that spire at the same time? I can't, can I?
So you can buy it now. You build it in the build phase.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. No, I won't do that then.
No? Okay. So let's have a look. I think I am going to buy the Fallen Taproot because I've got lots of source. Now here's a ruling question. is this affected by the food shortage? I guess it is.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I'm still going to buy it though. So Fallen Taproot costs me 2 sauce. Okay. That gets replaced by a new piece in the market, which is Baza, which is a mercenary hero. Now you can only ever have 2 heroes on the board at any time. So if I do buy this, that is my second hero. And I am actually going to buy this. Yeah, because I've got a lot of sauce. I'm going to buy this. So it cost me 5 sauce. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, putting me down to 7. But yeah, this is a mercenary hero, Baza, who's got Water Walker and Survival. So we know what Survival does. Water Walker. While this unit is on water, Spires cannot attack it. Oh, cool. Right, so there you go. That's what I bought from the market.
Great. Good choices, Paul. Did it replace the market?
It gets replaced, but they're all going to disappear anyway. The other options was the Stave of Van Vast that I really like. Okay, market phase is over. We now go into the build phase. Ricky, you're up first.
Okay.
What would you like to build? I'm just going to have a look at what I want.
Build. Oh my! This is where knowing your faction really helps in this game, because you know what you're trying to achieve. I'm going to build a my flank cannons, 1B.
So, where's that?
Over in the gun deck.
Yeah. So what do? You put... How do I indicate which one? Do I just put it on the top one?
Oh, it's 1B, so it's the second one down.
Second one down. Okay. And how much sauce does that cost?
That's going to cost me 4 sauce.
And what does that do then?
That gives me access to guns 3 and 4, which are those 2 cannons on the outside.
On the outside. Okay. And what do they do?
The gun deck is a space for a die.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that die needs to be there from the setup, but it's set to 0 right now.
Okay, so the gaming rules logo is a 0.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do these guns work?
So what these guns do, when you've got cannonball, so that die we've just placed is a counter, and there's a build option for 2 sauce. I can tick that die up to a maximum of 5.
Yeah. And
then at the start or the end, or during of your turn during Onslaught, so the start of my turn, the end of my turn, I can pick that die down and fire a cannon. And at the moment, I've got access to cannons 3 and 4.
3 and 4, yeah.
And those cannon will like a spire, they're going to roll one of the dice, Spire Attack dice.
Right.
And they're going to hit the first thing that they down that line. So they're in a direct line. They're going to hit the first thing they see. So an active unit, spire, or indeed your fortress gate, or indeed one of my own things. So I've got to be careful of friendly fire.
Yeah. Okay.
But that's it. It's one of those.
Okay. So my build. I'm going to take. Yes. Now, bearing in mind things are only going to deploy with 1 health this turn. Gosh. How much sauce do we have? Do we have enough to do that? We do. Don't think I want to do that though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Is it 6 or 7? I think it's 7. Yeah, I'm going to spend 6 sauce. And I am going to upgrade my smelter. So I have Brawn and Steel, which means that I can now build siege towers and lance launcher spires. in addition to my other spires. Okay.
Which one did you build, sorry?
Smelter, level 1.
Smelter, level 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks.
Okay. Right, your build.
I'll spend 2 source and buy a cannonball.
Yep, 2 source, buys a cannonball. Back to me. I pass because I only have 1 source left.
And I am going to buy another cannonball.
Okay, so another 2 source, cannonball number 2. And then I pass.
And then I pass.
And you pass. Right, that's the end of the build phase. Now we go into the prep phase. Now this is the prep phase for wave 2, so we both get 7 command points instead of 5. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm looking at the boss there.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'll just do that. Yeah, I'll just do that. Okay.
7, isn't it? 7, 7. Oh.
Okay. Yeah, I have done mine.
Oh, golly.
Remind myself what my relic was that I got. Okay, right, yes. Let me know when you're ready. I will check the chat, see what's happening. So we have a question. Paul saying he can only get Orsh as the first wave as a hero. Why is that? Crammy's too expensive. But the other one is for... Yeah, no, I could have taken Drank. The new rules say that the Brawnen can take any one of their heroes on the first wave, but Drank costs 4 command points. And I only had 5. And I didn't want to. I could have chosen Drang if I wanted to. Yeah, Note Kirkwood is saying you are only allowed to select your 0-cost hero in the first wave. But, as I say, this has changed. Relatively recent errata has just been issued, changes to the rules. The Brawnen is special. The Brawnen can deploy any of their heroes on wave 1. So yeah, that is different from what's in the rulebook.
Okay, all right, cool.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. We'll see.
Right. So what are you deploying?
So I've got a promoted Swabby on the top.
Yep.
Grouped with a Buccaneer.
Group with a Buccaneer, so that's...
3 CP.
Yep, so that's 3 CP spent.
And then an ungrouped Gunner for 4 CP on the bottom.
Right, so a Gunner is basically range 2. So range 2 unit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll give this a crack.
There you go. So that's what you've got. I have Bazza on top with his 1 health.
Yep.
And then underneath that, I have a group of 4 minions all together, huddling for warmth. There is a Battleborn, followed by another Battleborn, followed by a Dispatch, followed by a Fallen Taproot. So they are all together in one group.
So 3, 2, 4.
Battleborn, Battleborn, Dispatch, Fallen Taproot.
Yeah, with 1 health on the bottom.
With 1 health on the bottom of them. Yeah. And Bazza on top with 1 health. Right. Okay. So we move to the Onslaught phase. Ricky, you are the first player, so you get to go first in the Onslaught phase.
Okay. Well, I guess I ought to. I guess I ought to fire my cannon. Yes.
Oh, I've just noticed, yeah.
Let me
It's
ask
in
a
this
question,
line.
though, Mark. If I fire my cannon, it's going to hit his fort. If I fire cannon number 4, do you want to
Cannon
point
number
out?
4. Oh yeah, that's going to hit. That's a good point.
So
Can he choose?
So the
down-
fortress,
Yeah,
the,
yeah.
the fortress gate is where the deployment stack is. So your cannon has to be in range of the actual hex where his deployment stack is to hit his fortress. You can't just hit his fortress mat. If that makes sense.
But it's directly on the line. So my fortress gate is directly on the line of cannon number 4.
So the question.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yes.
Can he take the damage on one of his units if he wishes, or does it?
Because it's not an attack.
Okay. And when my cannon fires, it says damage the closest unit, or spire, or fortress gate. Given that
Fortress gate then.
given they're both the same, there's a unit there, and in fortress gate, and the fortress. Which would it hit first?
It's your choice.
My choice.
Oh, you can actually hit the unit. Oh.
Well, no, you can't because units inside of the fortress gate aren't actually there.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So at the moment, if you do fire the cannon, you can only hit the fortress gate itself.
All right. So let's clock that down to 1 then. That cannon.
So what happens? The cannon goes down to 1. You fire a cannonball. It goes out of there. It goes poof across the map.
Yeah. Then I have to roll a die.
Oh, it's a die damage, is it?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. It's 2.
Oh, you're really good at rolling.
Yeah, when it's not for me. Nice.
Okay.
What I like is in the base game the way the factions all play very differently,
Yeah.
and you never know if the designers have used up all of their good ideas. It's clear that they haven't, because this faction is working very differently from the other ones. It's very cool.
Now, Mark, I presume you can only do that once.
And you can do it at the start or end of your turn, and you can do it as many times as you want, based on the number of cannonballs you have.
So I
But-
could, again, if I wanted to.
Yes, but you do it one at a time, so you can't roll 2 dice at once.
Right. Okay. So you're saying I can do 1 now, and then I can do 1 at the end of my turn.
Or one at the start of your turn if you want to as well.
Yeah, you can do another one now.
Do another 1 now.
I need to be very careful going into wave 4 that you don't just buy 5 cannonballs and blow up my fortress gate before I do anything.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I need to make sure I've got something in the way.
Exactly. Do you want to roll another?
He's only going to do it. Oh. Okay,
Do you want
here
to
we
roll
go.
2 for me?
You want another 2, do you? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh. It's another 2. Okay, there you go. I'm down to 5 health.
Gaming rules.
Yeah. Okay, right.
And
I'm just going to mute the microphone while I swear. Okay, there you go.
I feel a bit like I cheated or something. But
No. These things happen. Right, okay.
But it's early doors.
It is.
Yeah.
It does mean that I'm going to play the game differently, I think, from now. Because of that.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Anyway, I've got to move my units out now.
You do.
So my swabby's coming out. 1 onto the plank,
Yeah.
and then 1 out onto the plains, the
Yeah.
grass.
And then the gunner
The gunner
moves
is
on
going to
to
go 2 forward.
Okay. And your hero?
Well,
First mate?
yeah.
What's he going to do?
Well, you're really good at rolling 2s, Paul.
Well, yeah. On your turn.
So I think he's going to stay there and gamble with his life once more.
Okay, right.
That's what he went to do.
So Spires Attack. So yes, the dispatch platform is going to shoot at first mate.
So
here we go.
2.
It's a 1.
Okay.
So he's down to 1 health. No other Spires attacking, so you get to attack.
Yeah.
And you take off the bottom fortification. So whenever you're attacking Spires, it actually doesn't matter how much damage you do. It just removes the bottom spire. So if you were to deal like 6 damage to this spire now, it only ever removes the bottom spire, the bottom chip. The only slight exception is if the bottom chip was a fortification chip, you would need to deal at least 2 damage in order to remove that chip. And that was one of the things that I was thinking of doing, is putting the fortification chip on the bottom, because you're only dealing 1 damage, and then it would have bounced off, but I decided not to.
Yeah.
Okay, my turn?
Yes.
I am going to reveal this relic. This is the Astral Scouting Tool. I can look at up to 4 unrevealed landmarks, and I can immediately reveal as many of them as I wish, and I also gain 3 source. So there we go. Let's have 3 source, and I'm going to look at this one. Okay, I might have to look at these again later because my memory's terrible. I'm going to look at that one. I'm going to look at that one. Okay, and then I'm going to look at this one again. I'm going to look at this one again. Okay, and then I'm also going to look at this one over here because I can look at 4. Okay, right. So, my go. Do I want to do a limited build? I think I might have to, because otherwise this spire might be a bit in trouble. Then again, I'm going to get to hit you before I get to hit me. Okay, how much source have I got? I've got 4. Oh, it's not enough. Yeah, because to buy the next upgrade will cost me 2, and to buy the next upgrade will cost me 3. So it would actually cost me 5 source to put 2 upgrades on it now. Is that something I want to do? Actually, I'll tell you what. I'm going to put... Oh. I was... This is a tricky decision. I think I'm just going to do a limited build action, because it's a limited build action to do an upgrade. You only get 2 of them in a wave. I'm going to put a fortification chip on the bottom.
Okay.
And there you go. So that cost me 2 source. Right. Movement. So... Okay, so Orsh is going to come over here. It's going to move through the forest onto the path. Then in this stack here, Baza has got a movement of 3 and can actually move over water. So water, the terrain icons, water means you can actually move over anything. So we're going to move here into these mountains, I think. And then this group is going to move as a group, and this just goes 1, 2 down the path. Okay, so your spires attack me, nothing's in range. Explore, no explore. Attacks, no attacks. Your go.
Yep. All right. Well, this is a disaster. Moment. So
yeah,
first
range and fortification would have cost 4. They're telling me in the chat. Yep, yeah, you're right. Range and fortification would have cost me 4. Why didn't I do that? There was a reason why I did that. I can't remember what it was, but I did have a reason. I think I remember now. Yeah.
Range first. Do you want to change your mind?
No. There was a reason why I didn't do it. I just can't tell you.
Okay. All right. First mate is moving back.
Whereabouts?
Onto this source well.
Yep. Okay. And then, do you want to move the Swabby or the Gunner first?
I want to move the Swabby first.
Okay, so it moves 2. And then the Gunner can only then move 1.
Yeah, up behind.
My Spire is no longer in range because the range
Correct.
upgrade has gone, so it's now only got a range of 1. Have you got any attacks?
No, you're off.
Okay, my go. I'm not going to do a limited build option, or she's going to move here. Bazza is not going to move or attack, and the Battleborn move 2. So Bazza gets her health back. There you go. It should also be said for those people who don't know how to play the game that you can actually return your heroes during the Onslaught phase back to your Fortress Gate. And what happens is you then remove them from the board, put them next to your barracks, they recover to full health, and then they will redeploy at the start of the next wave.
Yeah.
So that's quite cool. Right.
Which is probably my first mate's going to do.
Right, okay. I'm done. Your go.
Okay. So you moved forward 2, and then Bazza moved.
Bazza stayed where he was. He's in the mountains.
He's a hero.
Yeah.
And Orsh moved.
Or she's over here by the lake doing a bit of fishing.
Okie doke. All right. Well, Swabby's. Well, That's not much I can do. Swabby's moving forward 2.
Swabby moves forward 2.
Gunner moves forward 2.
Moves forward 2.
Spires fire.
Spires fire. So, yeah, I'm going to attack.
Swabby.
Well, no, I attack Swabby with splash. Yeah. So Swabby dies. The Gunner dies.
Yeah.
You roll a dice.
I should have
Oh
grouped.
yeah, sorry. Yeah, we roll dice. Yeah.
So I should have grouped them all together.
We roll dice for the Swabby.
The
I got a 1.
The Buccaneer promotes.
So Buccaneer promotes.
I lose my Swabby from the game
Yep.
because I've only got 1 source.
But how much do I get for killing the Swabby? I get 1 for killing the Swabby. I get 3 for killing the Gunner, which is 4. It's putting me on 6 source. Now, does the Buccaneer come with 3 health or 1?
He'd promote and have 1 health because he
Right.
was in a group, and Food Story says even if they're in a group.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Even if they're grouped and activated. But
Oh,
he
yeah,
is
including group units when they're active. It says on the card. Thank you.
but he is emboldened,
Yes.
so he can move and attack.
Right.
And we can actually attack twice, can't we? Because my Swabby hasn't attacked yet before you killed it.
It's true, yeah, because this is actually in my Spires attacking you. So if the embolden happens and you can move and attack now, it is then your turn to attack me.
Yes.
Nice.
So I could. I could knock 2 health off Orsh with my Pistolier.
Oh, it's got Pustelier. Oh, right, yeah, the upgraded one. Or you could get rid of this Spire in the middle.
Or I could get rid of your dispatch platform.
Yeah.
You could kill Osh.
Shh, don't tell him.
Trying to think. 1, 2.
Could he?
Because you can move south twice, Pistolier. Oh, never mind. I lied.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, Orsha's got 2 health and a fortification chip.
I was thinking that he could move again, but I was wrong.
No, you can't move again because
The
Swabby.
movement's happened. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So
You heard it here first. I was wrong.
Yay!
oh golly, this is tough, isn't it?
It is. Yeah, I've never seen that event before. And I haven't actually looked through the events in the game. So every time a new event comes out for me, it's a surprise. And I quite like that.
Well, he's going to move forward, so that goes without saying.
It's just which way. Does it matter?
It kind of does.
Hmm.
But I think I'm going to die anyway. This is why it's all so bad. I want to get out of this wave as quickly as possible. So, I mean, one thing, yeah, I could do. I could take out your dispatch platform.
You could.
Which I think is what I'm going to do.
Okay, but where do you want to move?
It doesn't. I'm moving to the left. Near. I'm moving to the left.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
okay.
fine.
And then you get to do an attack.
Yeah.
So you take the bottom.
Yeah.
Chip off there.
Then I attack again.
And then you actually do an attack and hit the bottom chip. The dispatch platform falls over, and you get 3 sauce.
Yeah, and I've not used my pistolier yet, by the way.
You have not.
Not that it matters. I get 3 sauce.
You get 3 sauce. Yeah, for killing the dispatch platform. So you're on 4 sauce.
Yes.
Okay. So remind me, the pistolier means you can do an attack of 2 at a range of 2, but then the unit demotes afterwards.
Yes.
Right, okay. Well, oh, this is the thing. My Battleborn is actually going to miss it. Because I have to move 2.
Yes.
So I'd have to go there and there. Okay. Yeah, I think that's fine.
Shall I have sent him, maybe I should have sent him around the right instead then, Paul.
I was thinking that, but I wasn't allowed to say.
Yeah.
So what would have happened if you'd have sent it there? Would have that been better for you?
Yeah. Can I do that?
Because then you get the gunboat.
Because then I get the gunboat. Yeah.
Then you get the what? The gunboat?
The gunboat only fires one direction.
Oh, this. I forgot that. Yeah. Oh, that's here. Yes.
We'll send
I'd completely forgotten about the gunboat only having one direction. Yeah. Okay, so my go. Yeah, so the Battleborn has no choice. It has to go here. I'm just going to have a look at this one again. Yeah, it is what I thought it was. Or she's going to go here. And I think we might sneak out with Bazza. Yeah, I think we will. So we're going to move to here. Oh, we could actually move to here. Yeah, we'll move to there. I think that's right. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so I'm going to explore this and I'm going to reveal it, and it is a Source Peddler.
Which one?
5 health. Oh, actually, that hasn't happened yet. Your Spire attacks me first. That happens before exploration.
Yeah, we're not in range.
On you? Oh, no, you're not.
No.
Right. Okay. So I've explored. I've revealed the Source Peddler. And now my attacks. Bazza kills the Buccaneer.
So it doesn't matter, actually. Your Battleborn will not come into range of my Spire anyway.
So I get 2 Source for killing the Buccaneer. And then Orsh does 3 damage to the Source Peddler. 1, 2, 3. Source Peddler is down to 2 health. That is the end of my turn. Your go.
Source Peddler retaliates.
Oh yeah, Source Peddler retaliates with 2. So that takes off the fortification and 1 health. Thank you. Yeah, he's not just going to sit there and give up his 6 Source easily.
Wow, this is disastrous, mate. Okay.
Yeah, this big stack of 4 minions is coming for you.
So I'm going to take a. I need to build something.
Okay, so is this the first limited build thing that you've done this round, this wave?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Because there was a ship here. Oh, it went on hold. There you go. Right. Okay. And what are you doing? You've got 4 source.
So it's either an air clipper or a gunboat.
What does the air clipper do? Oh, it's just got air defense.
Yeah, yeah. And it's just got 1 attack and 1 range.
1 attack, 1 range, but in whatever direction you want. So.
Yes, exactly. So 1, 2, 1, 2. Do I set up for next turn, or do I try and do something about your guys coming at me?
Where's this going to go anyway? It's going to go in the middle.
It's going to go in the middle. It's the only place it can go.
Yeah. Okay.
I forgot to mention that Baza gets an upgrade.
Baza gets an upgrade. Yes, he does. Thank you very much. We'll take that on attack.
Oh yeah, Basil's upgrade.
Yeah. There you go. Baza has now got an upgraded attack, so has an attack of 2. Thank you, Mark.
Oh my, I'm in a right pickle, aren't I? So I think we're going to use it defensively and point it back towards.
So it's going to be a gunboat, but you're actually pointing it back towards yourself.
I think so.
Interesting. Okay, what order would you like to put the upgrades on?
I'd like to put. I'd like to put. 1 attack, 2 range, 1 attack.
Okay. There you go.
I do a fortress upgrade that allows me to orientate my gunboats.
Oh, right, okay.
But I don't have it yet, obviously.
Yet.
It's called Gunboat Calibration. It costs 3 source. It's a level 1 upgrade on my gun deck.
Right. Cool.
There you go. All right.
Okay.
That was just my build, wasn't it?
That was just your limited build. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, if you were to move your first mate back to your fortress, my heroes would go into campfire mode immediately. Oh, sorry, at the end of that turn.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you should. I'm just giving you that as an option.
Yeah. Yeah. 1, 2. Oh, you got a stack, haven't you? Jeez. Okay.
Yeah. It's 4 minions there. There's a little battleborn up front who's very hungry, and then there's 3 other little minions all hiding behind him in single file.
Yes.
Just want to check I've not cheated with the movement. No, I haven't. Yeah, they're all movement 2.
I'm just trying to figure if Baza can come and kill my hero.
Baza has a movement of 3 and can walk over any terrain. So yes, if you stay where you are.
I'm done.
Yeah, he's gone.
So I'm going to move back onto 1, 2, 1, 2.
So you're staying in play.
Yeah, I can't make it back to my fortress anyway.
Yeah, you can. You got 3 movement. Oh, no, sorry, the plank. I forgot about the plank. Yeah.
So I'm going to move back onto that grassy knoll.
Yep. Okay. I think that's it.
I think. Hang on. 1, 2. Yeah, it's that Baza is getting in my way. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Now for the cunning plan. although I had miscalculated earlier on. No, it was okay. The reason why I didn't spend that 2 source earlier is because I'd worked out I was going to get 4, and the 4 plus the 2 would have given me 6, and 6 is just enough for me to build a siege tower here, except I can't now build here because I don't have influence over it.
Right.
So there you go. That was the plan. It was very cunning, and then I ended up getting more source than I needed anyway. So we need a new plan, and that new plan is not to build anything, and we're just going to move the Battleborn 1-2. We will then move Bazza to here, and Orsh is going to stay where he is. Okay, so your Spires attack me. You have a gunboat attacking the Battleborn. It's 2 dice, and you just need a 1.
Well,
and you got 2. So the Battleborn is dead. You get 2 source, and a new Battleborn appears underneath it. Right, and then my attack's on you. I have the Battleborn attacking your Spire, and I have Bazza attacking the Spire, so that's the bottom 2 upgrades gone.
Yep.
There you go. And then Orsh attacks the Source Peddler, kills it, levels up. So I'm going to give him an attack upgrade, I think. And I also get 6 source from the Source Peddler. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, putting me on lots. I'm not quite sure how many, but I need to spend them soon. Right, your go.
right. My.
You've got 6 source, and you do still have a limited build action left.
6 source.
Yeah.
So yeah, air clipper.
Air Clipper for 4.
Well, hang on, I'm thinking.
Okay.
I can actually build over here on your left.
Here?
In front of you. Yeah.
Next to Orsh, you can. Absolutely you can.
So I might just put a gunboat there.
Okay. Pointing.
Right down Orsh's throat.
Okay. Because you're 4 source, that is your second limited build action. And how would you like to stack the upgrade chips? I'm just going to remind myself of this because I have looked at it. Oh yeah, I remember that one.
I'm going to do
While you're thinking,
attack, range, attack.
Sorry, attack, range,
Attack.
attack, range, attack. We have a question in the YouTube chat which I will just take a minute to answer because it's a good question. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in a little bit first, and then I'm just going to show you the spire that Ricky has just built. Okay, so the question in the chat is, the chips represent how much attack and range it has, not the printed values on the chip. So the printed value on the chip, in this case 2 and 2, tell you what upgrades that spire comes with when you build it. Okay, now you can put them in any order. Ricky has chosen to put attack first, then range, then attack. You then look at the number of little dots that are here, and that tells you how many upgrades it can have in total. So this can have 5 upgrades. It comes with 4, which means it can have an extra 1 added later on. And the default attack value of a spire is 0. and each attack chip gives it 1 extra attack. Therefore, 2 attack chips means it's got an attack of 2. The default range of a Spire is 1, and each range upgrade gives it an extra 1 range. So this Spire right now has an attack of 2 and a range of 3. Because remember, it's got a default range of 1. So I hope that answers the question. And once all of the chips have gone, the Spire collapses.
And then, Paul, what we're going to do is we're going to switch that around and put the attack on the top.
So 2 attack, then 2 range.
Yeah. And this is part of the tactics of Cloudspire. I was just trying to figure out, you know that your damage is going to be removed from the bottom. So there's so many layers to this game. It's crazy.
Oh, I know. Yeah, even a little decision like that, the first time I played it, it was like, this doesn't matter. And then all of a sudden, it had a massive impact. You know, just the arrangement of the things on there. And the more you play it, the more you get used to what's a good move.
So I think that was, I spent 4 swords. What am I on, Paul?
You're on 2 swords.
Okay. So now
that was your limited build at the start of your turn.
Yeah. Now I'm going to move.
Yep.
I'm going to move first mate Mistbane back to my fortress.
Okay. So remove from play, back up to 3 health, put next to your barracks, and you can deploy it at the start of the next wave. So at the end of your turn, my heroes go into campfire mode.
Well, that is the end of my turn, I believe.
Yeah. Which means they can't be affected by anybody, so no shooting Orsh, but they can't do anything. They're effectively not there. Right. My go. I've used both of my limited build options. No, I haven't. I was going to, and then I didn't. So I've still got a limited build action available. Which I'm not going to use. No. So I'm just going to move these Battleborn. They move 2. And that is it. Your Spires can't attack me, because this gunboat's pointing the wrong direction, and this one's out of range.
Yep.
So that's the end of my turn. Your turn? Done?
You attack.
Oh, sorry, I attack. Yes, the Battleborn attacks. Yeah, so I take the bottom chip off that. Thank you. Your go? I guess nothing?
Yeah, I'm waiting for your mini. Mini,
and then my go?
Do me a death now.
So my Battleborn moves 2. There are no Spires that can attack it. So I attack the gunboat again. Remove another one. Back to your turn. You don't do anything.
Yeah.
So back to my turn. So I move 1. I'm on the plank. Now you don't have that upgrade that allows you to pull the plank, do you?
Well, I do.
Oh.
I do.
Once per game, he can move his fortress and pull the plank.
Once per game, I can pull the plank.
And is that going to defeat all of these units?
Yes.
Oops.
So, that's okay. So that's what we're going to do.
I didn't realise that. Well, I mean, you said that earlier on.
Yes.
I didn't realise that if I
first,
stacked all of my units. Wow. Okay, so all of these die.
Yeah, you get to do it first because it's the start of my onslaught.
Oh, okay. So I still get to attack you for 1.
Yeah, I'm wondering whether I'll do it now or not. I'll think about it.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to retaliate. So
you retaliate for 1, which means that Battleborn dies and you get 2 source. And there is now a dispatch unit stood on the plank.
Who also only has 1 attack.
Who also only has 1 attack.
Yeah, so I'm actually going to let you do your thing.
Oh, you're going to save your once per game move?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So your turn, you don't do anything.
Yeah.
My turn, my dispatch doesn't move. Now, can I choose to actually hit the gunboat?
You may.
Oh, that's a good point, actually.
Yeah. So did you want to pull the plank?
Yeah, because you could just sit there and I can't
I could just sit there and destroy the gunboat. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's pull the plank. It's fun.
Okay.
Let's try it.
It is. So the plank goes.
The other thing is I have to lose all my existing source.
Okay. Is that before or after you've killed the units?
You get the source from killing the units after you lose all your source.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've got a net gain of 1 source because they were worth 5.
Oh, you only get the topmost unit.
Oh, okay.
So
which was 3.
So yeah.
So they're all destroyed. Oh, sorry, yeah. They're all destroyed.
It's only active, yeah.
Okay, right. And then where's this ship going to move to?
Well, exactly.
And does it have to attach to a path?
It has to stay on the path.
Okay.
And
it can also reattach to the same place if you want to.
it can reattach to the same place.
Oh, it could literally just float away a bit and then come back and say, oh no, we quite like this place. And this is going to immediately end the wave as well. So I'll start doing the end of wave admin.
Yeah. I don't think there's really anywhere else I can go because of the way the paths are.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't go here. You can't. You could go over there.
Well,
and you can go on the same island, just like
you could turn
one
around
in the
to here.
south. Yeah.
I could change direction.
And it'd be cool if you went one south because a lot of your units can walk on plains when they're promoted, and so you could walk along the south.
Way. Yeah. So how do we mark that you've used your once per game thing, or we just remember?
Well, we'll just remember. I mean,
Yeah.
It's not hard to remember.
Yeah.
I don't think I can move one. I can't move one south.
You can go here.
Yeah. Well, I might just stay where I am actually.
Okay.
But yeah, that's the fun of it, is you can move the thing around. Yeah, I'm just going to stay where I am.
Right. Okay.
So that's it. But that's one thing to look out for playing this faction, is look at the way the map is set up, and it just every game it's going to kind of change the way this thing plays.
So the plank has gone. Is that right?
The plank
come back on now.
The plank will come right back again at the start of the next wave, because my units will need to walk out onto it.
Yeah. Okay. Right. So we go to wave 3. Start player goes to me. You get rid of the food shortage. That was fun.
That was horrible, wasn't it?
It was different. Okay, so the event for wave 3 is Into the Woods. So in the Onslaught phase, forest and plain hexes are treated as path. Okay.
Okay.
So, yeah, that might cause some change to the board. Okay, and then we go to income phase. So this is wave 3. We get 9 each. So Ricky, you gain 9 source. You are now on 12. Oh dear, I've got a lot. Let's see how many I've actually got. I might have overloaded. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so that thing earlier on where I didn't put that extra chip on that was massive. Because if I had have done, that would have stayed alive, and then I could have built a thing there. So I'm on 20 source, which is the maximum. Yeah, I thought I was being clever, and it turns out I wasn't. Okay, so market phase. The market clears.
Okay.
And we've got Time Vials, which have the Back to the Future ability, the Anarchist, and Londil. So we have a piece of equipment. We've not seen the rules of equipment yet in this game. We've got a minion, a mercenary minion, and a mercenary hero. So yeah, for those people who haven't played the game, you can actually buy equipment from the market, which you can attach to your heroes to give them cool extra special abilities. And it is the market phase, and it is me first to buy. Now, I've got 2 heroes already, so I can't buy another one. I am going to look at what the Back to the Future does, because that sounds quite cool. Back to the Future. Once per wave at the end of your turn during the Onslaught phase, this unit may take another turn. Ooh! Oh! That's pretty good. That is pretty good. but there's also an Earthscape, and based on the current influence situation on this board, I think I might need that Earthscape. Yeah, I'm going to spend 2 source and I'm going to buy the Earthscape. There you go. That's mine, which means I get to explain how Earthscapes work. So officially speaking, the next one is revealed, but cannot be bought. Only 1 Earthscape can be bought per wave. Ricky, would you like to buy something from the market?
Bought the Earthscape.
Just working out where
my,
I can put it.
My source is so valuable for my upgrades. It's really hard to go to the market. What have we got? Two lakes. Is it in there for next time?
Say again?
Two lakes for next time, yeah?
The next tile is 2 lakes and then a forest with a source on it.
Yeah, I've got it. Sorry. Leech. I can't remember what leech does. Recover health, that's right. Okay. No.
Oh, it's like a vampire. Yep.
Back to the Future is good though, isn't it?
It's very good.
Unit
I will be buying it if you don't.
Yeah. With equipment, what point do you deploy it?
When you deploy the unit.
Yeah.
If the unit's already on the board, I think you can put it on in the prep phase. The prep phase, I think.
You can't put equipment on units that are on the board. They have to be on the board.
Oh, you can't? Oh, right, okay. In which case I probably won't buy the time vials then, since my heroes are currently in the middle of the board.
Yeah, but I will.
Okay, so you spend 3 source.
It's really costly, isn't it? Right, and you replace it with
7. And I'm going to replace it with Mechanical Altitude, which is a mercenary spire that starts off really good, but then every time you use it, it falls apart. After this Spire Attack, remove the bottom 2 upgrades from it. Yeah, wow. So it comes with 3 attack and 2 range. This is from Portal Seeker's expansion. But yeah, will slowly fall apart.
That Spire is like a 20-something-year-old's marriage.
Yeah, starts off, it's all great. It's full of health, and then all of a sudden... Now, I've played the Anarchist before. I think that came out in a game that I played a couple of weeks ago. And if it's the one I remember, it's really good when you group it with something. Yeah, because then its ability is not active. So I think
if Horizon's Wrath had taken it, he could embolden it, which is fun.
Oh, yeah. Right, I'm going to spend 1 source to buy the Anarchist as my second build, because I'm allowed to do that, because I'm a cheeky Dornan. And it's been replaced by the Renegade, which is not going to matter because it's going to clear at the start of the next wave. Right, okay, so now we go into the build phase.
Yep.
And I'm first. So my Earthscape is going to go on the board, and it's going to go, if I've got this right, it's going to go here. So I can only put the Earthscape, one of the hexes of the Earthscape has to be in an area that I have influence over. Oh no, actually I can put it over here. Yeah, because I have influence over the centre aisle. So as long as I can put this, I can put it here.
You don't have influence over the centre aisle.
I do. Because I have influence
He
here.
does because of...
Yeah.
Oh, yes, sorry, you do.
Yeah.
You do. Yes, you do.
It's these 2 that I don't have influence over.
Yeah,
but
right. You can have, only needs 1 hex on there, that's right, yeah.
Just remember that the source spell, you can't place the spire on it unless you have influence over the isle that it's under.
Right. Which means that would have to go there like that. And the question is, am I happy with that? I think I am.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's going to go there, and I'm going to build a siege tower on it. Boom. There you go. So that cost me 6 source. Right, now, the siege tower has the special ability of raise. It has the talent raise, which is a talent that's unique to the Brawnen. And raise breaks the rules of the game in that it allows my spires at the start of my turn to attack enemy spires. Or even the enemy fortress gate, I believe. Although I don't think I've ever used it for that. Yeah, and attack a spire or fortress gate within range. And it's got range of 3. So it's currently there. Okay, that's my first build action.
And what order are you're putting attack on the top?
Attack on the top and then the range beneath it, yeah.
Yep, 2 range.
And it can have 1 more upgrade on it. Oh, Andy's here in the chat. Hi, Andy. Thank you for joining in. Andy does play this as well. I thought Andy played it. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think when I started, Andy just started playing himself.
Okay. I'm going to build. Oh my. Oh, I don't know. Still. Boy, boy, boy.
Hmm.
Well,
yes, Andy loves it and must get it back to the table. Yes, you must, Andy. And if we have any time to play a game like this, we don't have to stream it if you don't want to. But yeah, I'd love to play against you. Andy's a big solo gaming fan, Ricky, as well. So
yeah, cool. Okay, I'm going to build. The Gunboat Calibration. 1C.
Where's the little page? 1C. So this is the on the gun deck, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, so the third one down.
At the start of my turn, during the Onslaught Phase, I can change the orientation of my gunboat spires.
How much source does that cost?
3.
3, right, okay, nice. So you can do that every turn, you can move things around.
Yeah, you got it.
That's really good, isn't it? Okay, right, well, guess what?
Yeah.
I'm going to spend 6 source, and I'm going to build a siege tower. It's going to go
Right
there.
Yeah. I guess.
1 attack, 2 range.
It's all falling apart down this end.
There we go. Right, back to you. You've got 6 source left.
How much source have you got left?
I have 5.
Okay. I'm going to build a cannonball.
For 2 source?
Yep.
Oh yeah, I forgot about those cannonballs. Now, where's that going to come out of? That's going to come out of here, so it's going to hit this siege tower. Okay. Well, at least that's protecting me from other things.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. Do I want any other upgrades? Let me have a look. No, I think I'm good for upgrades. Do I want to do any... So the cannonball, is it a dice in damage?
Yes.
Okay. Right, I am going to spend...
The other thing, just bear in mind that siege tower at the moment, it doesn't have range on my fortress, but it does have range on my gunboat. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but you can upgrade it.
That's what I'm thinking. But whatever upgrade I put on it is probably going to get
knocked off
ASAP. I'm going to spend 2 source, and I am going to put a fortification upgrade on the siege tower that's near your base.
Good one.
There you go. Right, back to you.
Ugh, my, this is tricky.
Yeah. I'm being asked a question in the chat while you're thinking, Ricky, about how this compares to Guards of Atlantis 2 that I played the other day. Because when I played Guards of Atlantis 2 the other day, I actually compared it to this. Because both games, I mean, they're very, very different games, but they both had a similar feel in that there were small tactical decisions that you made in the game that were massively important. And in this game, sometimes if you have a choice of moving to like, oh, do I move to this hex or this hex? And you might think, oh, it probably doesn't matter too much. It actually might, you know, when it all plays out, it might matter massively. And it's exactly the same with Guards of Atlantis. You have these real crunch point decisions every single turn of the game, and the impact of that decision, you know, can be quite big. So the games are very different, but I think the mental processes that you go through when playing them are similar.
I'm going to build another cannonball.
Another 2 source. Cannonball number 2. Okay, back to me. I am going to... I'm going to pass.
Okay.
Keeping me 3 source.
Well, I've got left 2, isn't it?
You have 2.
Yeah, it's not great, is it? Wow. Yeah, I'm passing.
Okay, right, that's the end of the build phase. Now we go into the prep phase, and in wave 3, we both get 9 command points. So, let's have a look at what I'm going to buy with my 9 command points. Right, let's have a think about this. Okay, I've spent my 9. So just to confirm, once your plank has gone, I can only hit your fortress gate with ranged units.
It comes back.
Yeah, but I mean, it's going to come back, but if it goes again, oh, it can't go again. You need the upgrade to make it go again.
Yeah, but as soon as one of your
They will
minions,
always come back.
yeah, as soon as one of your minions moves back to it, next to it, it would come back anyway.
Right. Okay.
It's like we say, yeah, come on board.
So what we're saying is, if I do
Shannon,
exactly the same as I did last time, it's not going to work out the same as it did before.
Shannon was saying that it's more like your units are like building a plank to try and get onto the board, not
okay.
I
can see that. Okay. I am ready.
We've got 9, isn't it?
9. Yep. So while you're thinking, I'll just explain another thing that I like about this game. In that, although you only have limited, you see my minions here that I have to choose from, you won't use all of them in every game. There are different ways that you can play the game. So there's a Forsaken unit, for example, which I'm not likely to use in this game, but I have played the Brawner and I have used this unit before. It plays a different way depending on which you use. You've probably got, I don't know, 3 or 4 different options, if not more, about which units you choose to buy. And you know, there's the fortress upgrades as well. I haven't really been doing many fortress upgrades in this game. I decided to buy the Gateport early on just because I've never done that before, and that's actually worked out. I quite like that. In other games, I've gone for the Honor Pit. In other games, I've gone for the Source Drill. Yeah, so yeah, there's lots of different ways that you can play each faction.
Okay.
Right, have you got your 9?
Almost.
I guess first mate Mistbane is going to have the time vials. Oh, actually, no, you might decide to buy another hero.
Yeah, that's what I was just contemplating.
Captain Tinbeard. That's so expensive, though.
Okay.
So, Mark, while Ricky's just deciding, what's your favourite faction to play?
I'm a very aggressive player, and I like very like Spire influence.
Mm-hmm.
So I tend to lean towards Airs and Aurora.
Yep.
Those are the factions that are very aggressive with their Spires, and also have like I don't know if anybody plays like Magic or like other games like that. There's a strategy called Tempo where you like it's all about keeping up pressure and controlling the board using aggressive pressure.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that play style. So those 2 factions tend to be very, very good for that.
Yeah. Yeah, I played the Narura once, and it was clear that I needed to play it more because I didn't quite understand how the things all connected together. So yeah, I definitely want to play the Narura again.
Wow, your Spires are really trapping me in.
Yeah. Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, that's all right. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, right. So, what are you going to buy?
First mate, Mistbane's obviously coming out.
Yep.
And then for my 9 CP.
Yep.
I've got a Buccaneer, a Powder Monkey, and a Powder Monkey.
Okay, so Powder Monkeys have the ability of Detonate. I can guess what that does.
And I've got a Swabby as well.
So, what order are you stacking them in?
I've got the Swabby. I've got first mate Mistbane on the bottom.
On the bottom with the time vials.
Then I've got everything else grouped. So I've got Swabby, Buccaneer, Powder Monkey, Powder Monkey.
Right. All with 1 health underneath it, on top.
2 health. Swabby has 2 because Swabby comes in promoted.
Because Swabby comes in promoted. Yeah, thank you.
What do you have? Sorry.
I have on the top. I have a Battleborn, a Battleborn, a Battleborn, and an Anarchist, all grouped together.
Yep.
And then below that is a Dispatch on its own.
Okay.
Right. Okay, so start of the Onslaught phase. My turn first, and I get to do my raise ability with my towers. So, let's have a look at what we're going to hit. Well, I'm first of all going to use this siege tower on this gunboat because it can't hit anything else. Yeah, so I get 1 dice, and I just need anything other than a miss, and it's a miss.
I removed one, but I'll put it back. I'm happy with it. You're rolling.
I'm then going to use this siege tower against your gunboat in the middle.
Okay.
And I got a miss.
Okay.
I'm just going to get rid of this dice.
Yeah, I should.
There you go. That's the one that kept rolling 2s for you and 0s for me. So that dice is gone. I'll contact Chip Theory Games and ask for a replacement.
Yeah, it's faulty. Mark, sort it out.
Definitely faulty.
It's a Rookie Royal dice. We hand them up to opponents.
It's a special box of delights dice. Right, okay, so my movement. These Battleborn go 1, 2. The Dispatch goes 1. Orsh is going to move 2 to here. Remember, for this round, Forest and Plains are treated as path. So yeah, Orsh is going to go there. And then I think Baz has got a movement of 3. Bazza only has 2 health. I think Bazza is going to go here. Okay, so your spires fire. Don't think you've got any. The gunboats are all pointing in directions that I'm safe from.
Yeah.
I'm just going to remind myself what this was because I think I remember. Yep. And I am going to reveal it. It is the Traxia Loner.
Wow.
Which has 4 health, but Orsh has got an attack of 3 and has the Hunter skill. So it's basically dead straight away. And that gets me 4 source.
Good work, Paul.
Okay. I'm also attacking your gunboat in the middle with Bazza. So that removes the range chip from that. And it's now your go.
Okay.
Are the gunboats rotating?
Are gunboats rotating?
Or cannonballs firing? All sorts of crazy stuff.
Well, your siege tower is blocking my number 4 cannon.
When you say blocking...
Well, I can hit it, but,
yeah.
But I need to do 2 damage.
Exactly.
So unless you roll that 2 again, but you threw that die away.
I threw that die away, so yeah.
Roll the 2 on it, the blanks.
Hexy Beastie's back in the chat. We're on wave 3. We're just starting wave 3. Yeah, wave 2 was interesting. I would definitely go back and watch wave 2 so you can see what happens on the rerun.
That was dreadful. No, don't watch that. Do not watch that. So do I want to reorient my gunners is the question. So gunboat number 1, the one in the middle.
Yep. Click, 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 click.
Is going to point straight down towards your slingshot.
Okay. Yep.
Gunboat nearest my fortress.
Mm-hmm.
Is staying where there's nothing you can do really. It's going to click on counterclockwise 1 hex.
Okay, so it's pointing towards this lake here.
It's
pointing towards Orsh.
Yeah.
Okay, and gunboat number 3?
Gunboat number 3. It's got 2 range, I believe.
It has 2, right, yeah, so 2 range upgrades, so it has a range of 3.
Is staying where it is.
Okay, right. Do you want to do a limited build action?
With my 2 swords,
yeah.
I'm going to say no.
Okay, so Swabby?
So Swabby is grouped and moved 2 spaces.
Yeah.
1,
2, if you want to. It depends how far you want to go.
Yeah, just move.
The plank is back.
Oh, the plank is back, yes.
The plank is back. Thanks.
There you go.
And, oh, goodness me, these lemon things. Right, first mate Miss Bane has the time vials on him, by the way.
Yes, he does.
So, remind me, what does Back to the Future do?
At the end of your turn, you can discard that item to basically take another
Do a
turn.
thing.
Yeah.
You don't discard it, but...
Oh, you don't discard it? Oh, no, it's once per wave.
It's just a once per wave.
Once per wave. It's even better than I thought.
But your siege towers, I mean, they're just all over me, aren't they?
Yeah.
What does your raise do?
It means that at the start of my turn, I can use my siege towers to attack your siege towers, in addition to what they normally do.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
I learned the power of the siege towers from playing the Brawn and solo scenarios.
So, good lord. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. Oh man, we're really trapped, aren't we?
I didn't know if you were going to use the cannonballs just to knock that siege tower down a bit.
Well, it's a 1 in 6 chance, isn't it?
True. Oh yeah, because I put the fortification chip on. Yeah, I remember now. That's why I did it.
Yeah. So
Pause. It was just a thing he did and just happened to work out.
Oh, say again, Mark. You broke up there a lot.
I was saying it was just a thing you did and it just happened to work out.
Right.
yeah. I'm going to. Yeah, I'm bringing him out, Paul.
Okay.
As far
Where
as
did
he
he go?
goes. Yeah.
How far?
Up to that. Well, it's three spaces. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
Fire.
Let's just zoom in a bit to make sure it's clear what's happening there. There we go. Right. Okay. So yeah, my Spires fire. So I'm going to do this siege tower first because it has a range of 3. So that can hit your first mate.
Yep.
With an attack of 1, which is 1 damage. Okay. And then this siege tower has also got an attack of 1. Yeah, I think that's going to go for the first mate as well.
Yes.
Because I might get a 2. I got a 2.
You got a 2.
I got the 2.
Good work.
Justice.
It was always a gamble. It was always
So
he's out of the game.
he dies. He's gone out of the game. I get 2 source, and unfortunately, the equipment is gone.
Yeah.
He didn't get a chance to use it. Right. I don't have any other spies attacking, so it's your attacks on me. But thankfully, you don't have any. Okay.
No.
Start of my turn. Let's do some raising. So we are going to have an attack. I think. Yeah, so you could turn that gunboat round. Yeah, but you can only turn it round at the start of your turn.
Yes.
So I could always avoid it. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna do this siege tower on this gunboat because I need to get rid of it. And I got a 1, so that's that gone. The central gunboat has gone, and I get 3 source. There you go. And then my other siege tower is going to attack the other gunboat, and I missed.
You've missed that one twice.
Yeah.
I've been a bit lucky. I think some of the tactics. I'm starting to figure out what I should have been doing.
Right. I mean, it's your first game playing that faction, so you know.
It's really good. I love these learning games because they get you used to what's going on, and you start to form plans. And this is what's good about Cloudspire. You don't just play this once. You're like, when I'm playing solo, even sometimes I do one wave, and then I'm like, all right, let's do that again. Let's start again, and then we begin again.
I did exactly the same. I played Braun Solo Scenario Chapter 2 last weekend, and I packed it up after Wave 1. Because Wave 1, I'd literally deployed I just put the units in the wrong place, and then everything died. And I was like, right, okay, I'd learned from that. Let's go back, stop the video, and did it again. So, right, so I've done my start of turn raising. I am now going to do some other stuff, and I think Orsh is going to stand still. I think Baz is going to stand still. And I think the Battleborn and the Dispatch are just going to move up. So Orsh and Baza recover 1 health each.
Yeah.
Because of their survival talent. Yeah, your Spires can't attack me because nothing is in range.
Right.
So...
I was contemplating launch bay. Gun deck number 2, which fires straight up through the middle there. But of course, at the time I didn't see it because my gunboat was standing in the middle. But now,
this one, yeah.
That's now.
Okay, right, your go.
Yeah. So Swabby's moving forward 2.
1, 2. Okay.
That's it.
So attacks.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm going to attack you with the siege tower nearest you first.
Yeah.
I did 1 damage.
Okay.
And then I'll attack you with the other one, which is another 1 damage. So Swabby dies, but on his way out, he promotes the Buccaneer. Is that right?
That's the Buccaneer.
And the Buccaneer then immediately gets to activate, and I get the 1 source for killing the Swabby.
Yes, and I'm going to pay 2 to...
Oh, to put him back in your... No, that's my 2. Okay.
I don't even know if I need to. I'm just wondering whether I need to.
You probably don't, actually. At this stage, you've still got 1 Swabby left.
Yeah, no, I'm going to pay. I'm going to keep him.
You're going to pay? Okay.
Yeah.
So pay to keep the Swabby. Okay.
So Buccaneer appears with 3 health.
Yep.
And is emboldened enough to move and attack.
Yeah.
So he will.
Yeah.
So he moves
2.
He's got 2 movement.
Yeah.
And he's going to shoot Baza in the head.
Oh, he's using his pistol.
Yeah, so he flips over.
Flips over.
Kills Baza.
No, Baza's got 3 health.
Oh, I thought it had 1.
No, no.
Oh, poo. Okay.
Change of plan?
Let me see. What have I got? 1, 2. I've got 2 hit. I've got 2 on him, haven't I?
Baza came out with 1 health at the start of Wave 2. During Wave 2, he did stop once and then heal up, and he's just stopped and healed up in this wave as well.
Oh, he stopped and healed.
Yeah.
Okay. In which case, I'm going to keep my pistol here.
Yeah.
And I'll knock a range off your siege tower.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. Siege tower is damaged. Okay. All done?
Yes.
Right.
He still gets his attack.
Oh yeah, I get to attack now.
Oh yeah, yeah. So that's another range off the siege tower? Unless you want to use the Pistolier.
I'm going to move 2. You're going to move 2. I'm going to move 1. I'm going to take another range off the siege tower.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, that Embolden is a tricky one timing-wise. We'll get used to it.
Yes.
Right. My go.
Oh, hang on.
Go on.
I don't attack again. It was your turn, Paul, wasn't it? Oh, no, you were doing Spires Fire, weren't you?
Yeah, it was your turn. My Spires attacked you.
Yeah.
Killed the Swabby. The Buccaneer arrives, does something quickly.
That's fine. I can't move the Buccaneer again because he didn't have a move yet.
Yeah.
Cool.
So yeah, my go. This siege tower isn't within range of anything to raise. So this siege tower is and attacks your gunboat. 1 damage. That's a range off it.
Yeah.
And my turn. So I think Orge is going to stand still.
Okay.
And not move, not attack. That health is going to go on in a minute. It doesn't go on now, technically. This Battleborn moves 2. The Dispatch moves 2. And Bazza... how much health has the Buccaneer got? 3. So, yeah, we could do this. Oh, hang on, I just remembered. Yeah, forest and plains are treated as path. So the Battleborn, if I wanted to, could go there.
Could go in the woods, yeah.
Could go in the woods. Actually, yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. And I'm going to put Bazza there. Okay. Right. So, your Spires aren't in range.
No.
That's good. Attacks. The Dispatch is going to attack at 2 range. Attack the Buccaneer. So that's 1 health off the Buccaneer, no retaliation.
Yeah.
And then Bazza attacks. Bazza has an attack value of 2 and kills the Buccaneer.
Yeah.
So the Buccaneer dies. I get 2 sauce. And it reveals a Powder Monkey. And this is where I find out what Detonate does.
When this unit's defeated, all Spires, units, and Fortress Gates adjacent take 2 damage.
Okay. Okay. Bazza has defeated a unit, so levels up, and he can have 2 upgrades.
Yeah.
So I'm actually going to give him a fortification.
Okay. An extra count.
And then Orsh heals back up to full. Right. Okay. That is my turn done. You'll go.
Battleborn.
Matt is saying that gunboat points to Orsh. Yes, you're right, this one. That should be pointing that way. Thank you. Well spotted.
And then your Battleborn should attack.
Oh yeah, my Battleborn should attack. Yeah, I'd forgotten that. So I deal 1 damage to the Powder Monkey. Okay.
Yeah.
And takes 2 back.
And will retaliate, yeah.
Yeah, 2 back. Thank you. Okay. There we go. Right.
Wow.
I think we're all done. So yes, your go.
Okay. All right. So I can reorient my gunboats.
You can.
So the one nearest my fortress is just going to point at the path.
That way to here.
The path closest to your fortress.
Yep.
It's kind of moot because you're going to defeat the thing.
Yeah. And this one over here
is going to stay where he is. I think.
Pointing towards the lake. Okay. Right.
Powder Monkey moves forward 2.
1, 2. I think that's it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have any Spires in range though.
And we are going to... Oh my golly.
Well, if you attack the Battleborn, you won't get any retaliation.
I'm going to attack the dispatch.
Okay, so 2 damage on the dispatch. I retaliate for 1, which kills the powder monkey, which detonates and deals 2 damage to the dispatch, 2 damage to the Battleborn.
Yeah.
Okay, so you get 5 sauce for that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, putting you on 5. And I get the sauce for killing the powder monkey, which is 3. I just need to check my sauce. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Right, I've not gone over the max. Okay, so that's the situation. Another Battleborn appears in the middle with 3 health. And your powder monkey is there with 2 health.
That's it.
Okay. Right, my go. So at the start of my go, this siege tower attacks this gunboat. And I got a 1, which gets rid of it. That gets me 3 sauce, but I can't have 3 sauce. So I'll just have 2. I'm then going to use a limited build action and 6 sauce to put another siege tower here.
Wow.
Okay, that goes there. And then I'm actually going to use my second limited build action to spend 4 sauce and put another attack upgrade on that.
On the top?
Any new one has to go on the bottom.
On the bottom.
Yeah. And then I can do the raise straight away because I'm still in my start of turn abilities. So
and
2
now
attack
of my gates.
2 attack on your fortress gate. And I've rolled 2. That's 2 health off. Right. Movement.
The fortress gate retaliates.
Fortress gate retaliates, yes. And deals 1 damage, so that's gone.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be able to hit it basically 1 more time, and then I'll be out of range. Yeah, okay. So, Battleborn, move 2.
All the way?
Yeah, I think I'm going to bring Bazza in. I think we will, might as well. Bazza will move 3. And Orsh. Look at all these lakes all the way around here.
I know. I know. I thought it was protection, but right down the middle is, yeah.
Yeah. Now, so Orsh is here. And if I go to here, you could kill me. I think at this stage it's probably worth it. Yeah, Orsh is going to go back here. So that's all my movement done. So your gunboat attacks Orsh. 2 dice.
Yeah.
And you've rolled. There you go.
It's karma, Paul. It's karma.
Yeah.
The dice thought it was Paul's turn.
Yeah. I mean, I just didn't want 3. That's what I didn't want. Right. So Orsh attacks your gunboat and takes 1 of the range chips off.
Yeah.
I don't believe I have any other attacks anywhere. So that is it. It is your turn.
Okay. Boy, oh boy.
The good news, Ricky, I'm only limited to building 6 spires, and I've already got 5 on the board. So
Yeah. Okay. Well, I could put another spire in the middle.
You could, yeah.
Which you're going to raise, obviously.
I don't know.
Oh, he's not in range, is he?
No, nothing's in range. Yeah, you could put something in the middle.
But you're going to move. Those Battleborn are going to move straight away from where I am, anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, if you put a gunboat pointing backwards, it's not. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it won't get them. They'll be too close.
But doing good, Paul. You're playing a good game. Well done. It's tricky, but yeah,
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, you're playing a new faction for the first time. I'm playing the Brawnen that I've played 9 times before, so
okay.
I'm fairly comfortable with them.
Build anything. I'm going to. I think I have to, just to stop you doing it, really.
What's that?
Build a spire in the middle.
I can't. I have used both of my limited builds for this wave.
No, but
you're thinking wave 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Although I'm first player, aren't I? So
you will be first player in wave 4, so you'd get to build there before me anyway.
Yeah, I might just leave that then. All right, let's leave it. Let's move our Powder Monkey up.
Powder Monkey moves to there. I don't really want to shoot it, but I have to, because them's the rules.
Yep.
I got a 1.
Okay.
It's still there. It's got 1 health. Right. Start of my turn. This siege tower is going to try and raise your fortress gate. I miss, but then you retaliate for 1. And my other siege towers, there's nothing in range at all. Okay. So Bazza goes 1, 2, 3 onto the plank, and the Battleborn go 1, 2, and then Orsh goes 1, 2. Okay. Right. Your siege towers attack me, but it's out of range and pointing in the wrong direction. So now Bazza attacks your fortress gate.
Well, I could have Gunboat hit Orsh.
It's pointing this way.
Oh, you've moved him. Sorry.
Yeah, he's moved. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. So 2 damage to your fortress gate.
Yes.
And then I take 1 back, which is the fortification chip. It's not looking good.
It's not looking good.
It's not looking good at all. We're going to start wave 4 with my hero on the plank. Right there. Okay. Your turn.
Powder Monkeys come in.
Powder Monkey comes in, gets shot at. Missed.
Good.
You deal you deal me damage to my spy. In fact, you probably wanted it to get hit.
Wow.
Because the wave would have ended.
Yes. It would have been better.
Yeah. Right.
Well, your hero would have gone into campfire mode, but yeah.
No, it wouldn't have ended.
Oh, sorry. Yes. Yeah. I've still got my minions. Yeah. Okay. So my go. No start of turn effects. Orsh is going to go here. The Battleborn move here and just... Oh no, they've got to use all of their movement if they can. So they go there. Bazza hits your fortress gate for 2. You retaliate for 1. Your go.
Okay. Powder Monkey moves in.
Powder Monkey moves in, hits my fortress gate.
Yeah, Spires fire first.
Oh yeah,
So-
Spires fire.
He can move on the plane sex too if he wanted to, because it's the event.
Who's that? The Powder
Like
Monkey.
next to the spire, between the fortress and the spire. There's the plain text right there.
You could do if you wanted to. It's a forest text, but yeah, you can.
You still
There's
have
the plain.
you still have one range, though, right?
I still have one range, so it probably doesn't matter too much.
But it
It
does.
matters for the explosion.
It matters
Yeah.
to the explosion.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try and shoot you, and I want this to happen because otherwise my fortress gate is going to be down to 1 health. What did I get? I got a 1. Yes. So Powder Monkey goes, blows up, deals 2 damage to my fortress gate, and removes the bottom upgrade of the slingshot. I get...
And something that Ricky didn't mention is that after it does the 2 damage, it does 1 additional damage to Spires. So it removes 2 upgrades from the Spire.
Oh, I didn't know that. So it's 2 damage to everything, and then 1 damage to Spires.
Yeah, let me read that back to you.
Okay.
Detonate.
That's fine.
It does 2 damage to adjacent fortress gate, spires, and then adjacent spires take an additional 1 damage.
Yeah.
So yeah, that should get... Do I get the source from that? I do, don't I?
Yeah, I've just given you 1 source.
1 source, yeah.
Yeah, it's only 1.
And I think I get a relic as well.
Oh, for the slingshot? Oh, actually, yes, it's 2 source. It's 2 source and a relic. Okay, so I'm going to show you it on screen.
No, it's one. It's one and a half. Sorry, Mark.
A slingshot has a relic reward? I didn't realize that.
Does it? My eyesight's bad.
No. It's just a source.
It's just.
It's just 1 source. The 2 source is what it costs to buy me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
there we go. We're getting tired. Right.
Just source. Apologies.
So my heroes go into campfire mode. Now this is where the rules gets tricky because I have a hero in campfire mode on the plank. But I think he gets displaced. Yeah, I thought so.
Yes, you can.
Okay, so my turn. The
Yeah.
hero gets displaced by the Battleborn. The Battleborn hit your fortress gate for 1. You retaliate for 1. I think it's game over.
I think it is, Paul.
I think it is, because your turn you don't do anything. My turn I hit you for 1. You retaliate for 1. You don't do anything. Then I hit you for 1 and done.
Yes. Well done.
Well,
So
you were saying the game might be long. We might have to stop after wave 3. And there you go. We have stopped after wave 3.
One of the things that I didn't get to use, and I think this is something I should have done, was upgrade my fortress down a different path, really.
Okay.
I was going for the gunner route. I positioned my fortress to just... I thought I was just going to take out your fortress quickly with my cannon.
Yeah.
But the siege tower here, I just couldn't stop it. I couldn't think of a way to stop it. But if I'd upgraded these lifeboats, they only cost...
this is something you didn't use, these lifeboats.
Yeah, so they rescue your hero. But more than that, it's a cheap way of getting something on.
Yeah.
And you've got these shadow skiffs, and what they allow you to do is switch places with another friendly adjacent spire. So you can actually move your gunboats around as well, effectively. And the other thing is this glider. It looks innocuous, but it has this, when upgraded, it has this thing called air transport.
Yeah.
But it's a fortress upgrade, and it goes on launch bay, and it's the 3rd one. So it costs you 9 source to get there. But what it means is it can carry something, carry a unit underneath it at breakneck speed, and it can carry slower units.
Right. Okay.
Right. So normally when you deploy in a stack, your slowest stuff, goes on.
Yeah.
But with this one, I could actually carry something like a gunner, which is 2 attack, or your powder monkeys, or your corsair, right the way down to this end as quickly as possible, break it, and then detonate, do damage, and try and knock your fortress out. So that was kind of where I was thinking I might head, but I just never got that launch bay moving, which is what I should have done, I think. Yeah.
So Mark, we'll throw to you. Have you got any tactical advice for playing Haven's Wrath?
I was surprised when the food shortage came out that neither of you chose to buy the Staff of Anvas, the one that has magic like missiles.
Of course, which deals 1 damage.
Yeah, and so you'd be able to just take out
unit after unit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I deployed my units wrongly in that second wave, because with 1 health you did the right thing, Paul. You've got to group them. It's the only way, right?
Except they all then fell down the plank when you removed it. So that was the bad idea. I shouldn't have grouped all of those units. If I hadn't have done, wave 2 would have been quite different.
Yeah, and also I think the strategic maneuver now with your siege towers where they would have been to move down the other end, really.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, as
You
much.
could have also. I'm sorry. You could have also not grouped your powder monkey underneath, and then dealt with the siege towers by having it die to the siege towers. If you had put the monkey behind your units,
Right.
and then the spires would have attacked it, and then it would blow up on the siege
It would
towers.
have blown up all of this. Yeah. That would have been devastating.
So powder monkeys are good.
Yeah.
I was just trying to get them to run down the other end as quickly as possible. It was kind of a race for me at this point, to try to hit your fortress. But really enjoyed it. It's great. Isn't it fascinating, the different tactics you can come up with? And these 2 new factions, when does the Kickstarter end, Mark?
I don't work for Chip Theory Games. I don't know.
I think it's about a week. I think it's a short.
It's 6 days, I think.
Yeah, it's a short campaign.
6 days.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you can get these 2 factions as well as but they're independent, right? So it's like you can just add them in, and they're really cool.
Yeah.
Really like to try this other faction as well. The
Uprising.
Yeah,
I love the Uprising.
And Mark, do you want to tell us a little bit about the Uprising, because we haven't covered that at all today?
Well, they're like a mercenary force. They have very few units. They have 1 hero, and they have just, I think it's two or three units, and they make use of the market. They can buy units from the market for 0 source.
Mm-hmm.
They have an extra little phase after the market phase where you can go and buy more mercenary units, and they become your forces. It's set up. You'll grab 4 units, 2 heroes, 2 minions. You'll buy 1 equipment. So you'll kind of build this mercenary force. So every time you play them, it's going to be very different, because you're going to have different mercenary, very dynamic setup. So they've got lots of different ways of manipulating the market, I think, and grabbing mercenaries.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
So there you go. That's pretty much it. Let's wrap this up now. Oh, we've got an answer in the chat. The campaign wraps up on Thursday, April 23rd at 8 p.m. CDT, whatever CDT is. It's one of those weird American time zones that I don't understand.
There you go. Awesome.
Right.
Thanks for playing, Paul.
Thank you very much, Ricky. Finally, we've played a game together, and it saved you having to drive down here. This remote playing works quite well. You know, you can do this at home. All I'm doing is I've got my camera connected to the Skype. I'm sharing my screen with Ricky. I'm broadcasting it as well. You don't need to do that. And I would definitely recommend for this game, the other player has it set up at their end, because obviously you can see on screen what's happening, but if you've got it in front of you and you mirror what's going on, then you can totally do it. So thank you very much, Ricky, for giving up your afternoon and for playing. Thank you very much, Mark, for the. I think we did okay with the rules. I think Mark just pointed out a couple of things that we missed along the way. So definitely getting there with the rules.
Of strategic. Did you say you were play tested both of these, Mark?
I have, yes.
Yeah. What were your tips on the Uprising?
On the Uprising or the Horizon's Wrath?
Uprising, yeah. Well, both. Did we get tips on both? So have you got time, Paul? Just to get.
Yeah, I've got time. Yeah.
Well, the Horizon's Wrath is very aggressive. One of the things I really like about the Horizon's Wrath is the swabbies, because you can group units underneath, and you're not actually supposed to know what's underneath. So if you're playing like person to person, you can actually hide where your units are and have like 3 swabbies out with 3 different units underneath, and then your opponent has to attack it and not know what's underneath, not know what's about to just come charging in. And I find that incredibly satisfying, especially with Embolden. I really like Embolden. Embolden is my favorite mechanic.
It's really good. And it was great fun being able to move and attack on your opponent's turn with this
Yeah, it's like, wait a minute, it's my turn. I've just shot at you, and all of a sudden this thing's running around and doing things. So, yeah.
The Uprising, they have a bunch of their random units, but they have balancing mechanics to make it so that even though you don't know what you're going to get every turn, your fortress advancements are so strong that you can play around your fortress advancements. And my favorite thing about the Uprising is, as Ricky mentioned, they always start with equipment, and so you get this interesting dynamic where you can like play around with heroes and equipment, where you're buying heroes from the market and then you can put equipment on them and like combine these new equipment that come with the Uprising with the new talents and get very interesting combinations. Yeah.
Excellent. Right.
And
thank you again for.
Also.
Go on.
No.
I was just going to say. So go ahead, Mark.
Also, their waygates, because as you know, you can detonate them. There's a few YouTube videos that talked about that, and that's very strong as like an aggressive thing. You can put a waygate like in front of your opponent's fortress just to blow it up. I really like that.
Okay.
So Paul, they don't have a fortress gate; they have a waygate. So your actual fortress gate is out on the map.
Oh right.
And you can have multiple of them, so you can have units coming out of multiple gates.
Okay, so what I said earlier on about the two new factions playing very differently, I didn't realise that that's how that one played. That's quite a game. That's a big difference. Yeah.
And these mercenaries that you buy, although they cost 0 source, there's, Mark, correct me if I'm wrong, their source cost becomes their CP cost, right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so you're just taking them from the market and effectively putting it in your barracks, which you can then buy with command points. Right.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Cool. So yes, I hope this video was useful for anybody watching who either knows Cloudspire, wanted to see the new faction being played, or is completely new to Cloudspire and wanted to see how a game is played. I hope you've enjoyed it.
So we got time to play a game?
No, because I'm doing Brass Lancashire this evening. I've got another video coming this evening. So yeah, I need to pack this away. But thank you very much for everybody for watching on Facebook and on YouTube. Hope you found it useful. Please obviously like, subscribe to the channel, share the video with anybody you think might find it useful watching it. And I will see you around another time for some other things. Thanks again, you two. We'll see you later on. Cheers all.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Nice one, thank you.
Gaming Rules is proudly sponsored by Game Toppers, upgrading your gaming experience. Visit GameToppersLLC.com.